and stuff like that. Because when I'm trying to think of them, a lot of times I'm kind of trying to evaluate whether it qualifies or not to be on the list. There's a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
weird gray areas.
yeah. I think a lot of them are. A lot of them can go on the list that we brought up. Like Swingers, I don't know if that one qualifies. I saw it on that list of at the top. I don't know if that one really
Yeah,
qualifies.
I don't think it
I'd
is
say no.
really in the same.
It's like frat. It's like frat boner movies, but there are some exceptions to that rule too.
I just don't feel like it fits the tone of a boner comedy.
No, yeah,
You
it
know what I
just
mean?
doesn't. It doesn't fit it. Well, you know what though? It almost would be. Maybe it would be in that pre-boner era where it is like
I don't
90s.
know. I don't think it's like
I've figured out what I think of the peak is.
I don't think
If
it's raunchy enough. You know?
if 99 is American Pie, that's the peak. So I think that means 99 to like 2006 is peak. Maybe even
Well, that's why I
2005.
wanted to
Like
show the eras
2005?
because, like, I feel like each decade has a different peak within it.
Yeah, I could see that. But I'm saying, I guess as far as our boner comedy, I feel like the peak is American Pie of the whole thing.
Well, I would say think of the one that made the most money and inspired the most like kind of rip off things to make money off of it. That's the peak. Like when you think of a peak, that's it. Like when the entire zeitgeist of it amounted to something that made a ton of money. So whatever made like the most money of all these movies.
Oh
But
yeah.
also it's gone like such a long fucking institution of a franchise with weird offshoots and stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't, and also it's like there's almost some of those are no need to even bring them up. You know, like American Wedding, that wasn't boner comedy. The third one or whatever, I wouldn't say. Like it's already past its time then.
But wait, you don't have to like sort out all the stuff I'm doing with the decades. That I'll do it. You
Okay,
know,
yeah, yeah.
it's just
I'm
go
gonna
up the
probably
main
put
one,
things
and then I'm
into.
copying and pasting it where I want, just to track it. And then you can use like VLOOKUP to make pivot tables showing the percentages.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably be looking at making categories like proto, pre, post. You can do all that stuff though if you want to do it on your own.
Yeah, just fill up here.
And if you
It's
notice
all like
any weirder ones, I've put in trailers just because I feel like I don't remember. I never saw some of these. Like I didn't see Dorm Days 2, but I saw the trailer and I think I saw the movie. I'm seeing that.
no, but the way I tried to structure it was I put proto, peak, and post in the front, so you could do whatever you want with that. And then I'm just tracking the 50s to I'd say like 2010 to now. It's probably ambiguous enough where it just lumped all together. There's no point in breaking down anything within that. But the early 2000s and 1990s have such a crossover. I wanted to like put them side by side and just look at that because uh, I feel like it morphed, and then that's when you get like Freddy Got Fingered and all these weird, really
Yeah,
abstract
I
versions
don't
of
think
it.
Freddy Got Fingered kind of fits into this. I don't know
No, I
where
know
that
it
actually
doesn't.
fits
I'm
into.
saying like Freddy Got Fingered is like mocking or like a weird fucked up version of all these kind of gross out comedies without the um, structure of
Yeah,
an actual movie.
I would say so.
Honestly, without the blowjob stuff with the wheelchair, I don't think yeah, it wouldn't even qualify whatsoever because a boner comedy has to have sex in it. I feel
Yeah,
like.
I mean, I don't think it really qualifies in any genre. Like I know that one dude yesterday was saying it's its own beast. You know, like
Well, I
it's
guess there is a strong combination of gross out and boner together. So like I feel like gross
yeah,
out
it fits in that gross out
and
comedy.
boner comedy go so side by side that
Well,
it's
they'd be in
hard
the
to like
do
do
we
we
have
have super bad on here?
No, but Superbad is definitely
That's gotta
it's
be a boner,
that's
right?
post. It's post boner though. I would say. I mean, we have to come up with a cutoff. I think 2005 or 2006, maybe even 2006, because then it gives it like a seven
No, because we wanna
year.
get, like, neo boner.
What do you mean
Oh, you know
neo?
what? That
That's
that
that's
might be an
post. That's
actual,
post.
thing you might wanna look into. Neo boner.
Well, that's post. Post or neo, same kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They're like,
They fall into
redundant.
the same category.
Yeah.
It was funny though, because like the chat kept asking me like if I thought this was post or pre or peak. Like, oh man, actually, I almost want to go back and watch that stream because
Is there any
they're
1940s boner shit?
not really. It kind of stopped around that. It kind of stopped actually around the 50s.
Like, do you think there's, like, silent film boner comedies?
No, there wasn't. That wasn't a thing. The sex stuff in Hollywood kind of came around with Marilyn Monroe, and then after her, it kind of ended. The 60s is very
No, that's
tame.
not true. There was, like, black and white stuff with people with, like, drawn eyebrows who were, like, sex symbols and stuff like that way before her.
Yeah, there were sex symbols, but not
Like
like
flappers and all that kinda shit.
I wouldn't say they were sex comedies though. There was sex
Well,
symbolism
how
in
do you
there,
know?
but
You don't you have you watched any of that shit? You probably haven't even seen footage.
I mean, I looked up into it and it just seems like that's really the start of it.
I'm surprised. I mean, you know, I would feel like every like you there's probably like Egyptian porn, you know? Like
American sex
everyone can
comedy.
have like their version of stuff. So I would think as soon as film's starting, then you're gonna have boner stuff.
I mean,
Because when did like film become common like in theaters? Is that 40s or that's too early?
well, like the 30s, yeah. 30s, even before. There's silent movies. Yeah,
No, that's too weird.
it's been around for a while, but I wouldn't say that like the sex comedy doesn't really start around then. It really starts like I'm looking at it. It really starts around like mid and late 50s. A lot of it is like the Playboy magazine era. That kind of influenced a lot of it.
And then Hustler,
And then like the
uh
sexual revolution in like the late 60s sort of led into like The Graduate and then 70s movies that had a little bit more stuff
wait,
like
we don't have
that.
Animal House on here.
Yeah, I haven't really got to even update the list really yet.
No, it's a lot because a lot of stuff we like talked about on stream, um, I didn't write down and I forgot, so I'll have to go back and like rewatch it and then put stuff in.
A lot of stuff we talked about on stream though I was getting from two lists. So that one you had and then I found one that says the 50 best raunchy teen comedies.
Yeah, but we added other ones that I forgot about, so hopefully
Yeah.
I can track all that shit because I want to eventually um show like where it peaked and like where it spiked. And I mean, it's hard with like financial data because you can't track decade to decade. You have to factor in like all different things of how the
Yeah,
money would
it's
equate.
true. No, it's
But
definitely
I'd say
true.
financially, it probably peaked with American Pie, right? Like
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
biggest movie.
Financially, 100%. That went
So
over
then that
that.
should be that's
That
peak boner, I
that
think.
shit's ridiculous. $11 million movie that made $250 million. 250. Yeah, crazy. That's
But not only that, it inspired like
bona fide hit.
8 different fucking reiterations of the same uh franchise.
Yeah. Well, and also National Lampoons kind of did that too. It wasn't always the same world like American Pie, but Animal House inspired all their
Oh, I
other
gotta feel under that.
national.
Yeah, that's a
Like
good
that
call because
kind
there's
of.
so many like different it's almost like Marvel or like Capcom.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's
without
like
Animal House, you wouldn't get the other ones that came along. Even Vacation.
well, what came? Nothing came before Animal House.
That Animal House is not even. I want to say it's not. Oh, is it National Lampoons? I think it is. Caddyshack isn't. I know that.
Yeah, but it feels like it is.
Yeah, it does.
Like it has
Well,
the
because
same kind of like spirit to it, and I don't know, just overall kind of vibe.
it
Where and
yeah.
also I feel like a lot of the writers might have had something to do with it. I don't know, but like
So
SNL and National Lampoons don't feel that different from one another. I don't know.
well, I'm looking into it. There was like it the original like there's three different iterations of National Lampoons. That's also kind of why it, like got less and less. Like the first original company, which was all like the good people, kind of like from the magazine and other things. They did Animal House, Class Reunion, which I feel like that actually has to be in here too. That should be in here. Actually, I don't know. Maybe
Yo,
that one.
I'll be right back. I gotta
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
get some water and piss.
Yeah, yeah, there was some flops. Movie Madness, that one's not that good. Yeah, you know what? A lot of the early ones weren't all that good. Joy of Sex. I feel like this has to go into the. All right, so this one has to be on here. Joy of Sex, 1984. This one has to be on here. Putting that onto the boner list here. I have to move my. Oh yeah, you gotta start putting years in here, man. You gotta put the years in. So yeah, I would say Super Bad. It's 2007. Okay. What is this? This one's got to be 1978, I believe. Let me confirm that. I'm just going off memory. Yep, 1978. Oh yeah. See, yeah. There's a bunch of shitty 90s ones. But yeah, I'm looking at the National Lampoons. It had three phases. Original company, then J2 Communications, which did a lot of crap, a little more higher budget. Vegas Vacation, Senior Trip, 1995, which is very 90s. That did Van Wilder, which was another spike for them. And then after that, it's a bunch of crap. And it's kind of been dead. It's been dead since 2015 after their Drunk Stone Brilliant movie. Which, hold on, let me see. Is that the documentary? Yeah, the documentary. That one's a really good documentary. I recommend it. It's better. There's a movie that came out. I think Will Forte played the main character. It's not that good. This is if you're gonna watch anything about that, you're gonna watch Stone Brilliant Dead. That one's great. But yeah, they did Dorm Days, a bunch of these. We're not gonna put all these onto the list because a lot of them are just shit. Like Puck is a shitty National Lampoon's movie that is about hockey. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna BG. Oh yeah, and there is some made for TV shit. Like Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure. Real movie. 2003. Yeah, there's some video. Yeah, it's interesting. Like all the later ones were mostly straight to video. Dorm Days is one of those that did not go into the theaters. I don't believe. I'm, I'm gonna I'm gonna take a bet that they didn't put that one in there. Although that could be wrong. It might have got a theatrical release. Oh God, it did. It did open up in theaters. Dorm Days. It made total almost a $500,000. I'm sure this was cheap as fuck to make though. Opening weekend $27,000. And I was like looking at like, oh, 27 million, because that would be typical kind of weekend of a movie. This is 27,000. So this had to have just been put on a few screens. For some reason in Russia, the movie did all right. It made the majority of the movie came from Russia. That doesn't really make any sense. Like, that's a weird. Maybe they didn't get it, or maybe they needed some sex comedies over there. Who knows? You gotta put in years though, Leon. This is integral. Put in the year. All right, let me. Getting into BG here. Might as well. Mostly been doing dungeons. It's not that fun. It gets old. It certainly gets old. That's very undeniable. That shit can get old.
Maybe we should just focus on like each time period and then break it down and then go on to the next.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what the proto pre stuff is, basically. But I think we need to get the list. Like pull out the list, and then
The
that's why
master
I'm.
sheet is just the master sheet is just to put like whatever random stuff you come across or pops into your head.
Yeah, but definitely put down the year, so then we could categorize. Like I put in the ones you did with the year.
When I put something in, it's just like, uh, spur of the moment. But I'll go back and I'll adjust it. And we should maybe put like like a notes section. You could put like.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to put another.
Also, let's freeze the top row.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can lock a row. Yeah, I don't use sheets. This shit's like. This is for.
Well, it's the same as Excel.
Yeah,
So when
I
you
don't like
scroll
either.
down, you can still see everything.
Yeah, I mean, once I make we get the list, I'm gonna make like either a website post with some photo, like almost how that got like we were going through that image and we were like scrolling through it when we were doing like the top 50 characters. I want to make something like that so we can like have something up on screen while we talk about it.
Yeah, once we have it all structured out, then we
Yeah.
can plan out some kind of presentation for it. Yeah,
Probably a website post actually. It might be easier to be scrolling
I'd like
down.
to spend like a lot of time on this and flesh it out completely instead of rushing just to get it done.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree.
Because it's like it's something I never really thought about, but then like looking into it, it's so much more interesting than I initially thought of as a
Yeah.
genre. I don't know why. I just wrote it off as like stupid bullshit, but
Well, it is stupid bullshit, but it's definitely a genre of
I know,
film.
it's weird how many like movements and iterations, and I don't know. I never really like. This is almost like some kind of like postdoctorate thesis or like presentation we're going for,
Yeah.
to get our degree.
Well, that's also what I think I might make it into. Like we can do our live stream, but I think I then want to take our commentary and do like a video, like a legit video, and then have clips, of these movies we're talking about.
Well, don't we have a Ganja Gamer site or like Wizard Shack site?
I have a
post shit.
Yeah, I have a Ganja gamer site. That's where I was thinking maybe I'll put this
Yeah,
onto.
we should create like a Patreon for that shit too. You know,
Yeah, maybe.
you just never know.
I
Like,
don't have a lot of
I'm
like
gonna do it just because
issue with me is I don't have a lot
when
of
you like
time
create
to.
it,
Yeah.
a lot of times, like I didn't realize, like a lot of times what I was already doing, if I just don't put it on Twitter and I put it there, I could charge. You know, because people are telling me like a lot of the stuff you're posting all the time, you should like stop. Like, don't do it. You
Yeah, I
know.
could see that because it's like you are giving away shit for free. But a lot of times I wonder if they're saying that because they're putting that stuff behind the paywall and you're not. So then they're like kind of pissed off
Yeah,
at someone's,
well, exactly
like,
because the people telling me
well, I'm
to
fucking
stop
charging for
like
this.
posting similar stuff. Yeah,
So that so I also wonder if they're just kind of saying that to deter you, which isn't cool. Like,
I'm not gonna stop because I want to build some kind of a base
yeah,
and then
yeah,
create it.
yeah, because you can't just like. That's also why it's like I would think about getting a Patreon later. Like, I don't know. I would have to have way more followers, way more interaction, way more video stuff to
You have to pay
have
monthly
that.
for it.
You don't have to pay monthly. You can open up for
No,
free.
so then
No.
there's no like repercussion for creating one because it's not like a monthly fee that you have to deal with.
But here's
It's
the
just
thing:
there.
when you do a Patreon, you have to give something away too, though. You know, like what do I have to give away?
My sheets.
No, I know you have something to give away. I'm saying, what do I have to give extra as a Patreon? You know what I mean?
Oh, like Ganja gamers.
Yeah, like I mean, Red Letter Media, like they don't really even give away.
No, it's
Like
true because we
they
just
don't
like
even have
stream
much.
freely. There's no hidden stuff at all.
Yeah, like I mean, I saw Red Letter Media's, and it's like every so often they'll have like this little tiny video that's just Patreon only, and it's kind of nothing. But like, there's nothing on there. They just tell you what there's like posts. They'll tell you like, oh, we're working on this, so you almost know what's coming beforehand, but you're not really getting anything out of it.
But it would be cool to have a site where like you could post written stuff and then link it on Twitter and
Yeah,
maybe get more people to watch the live stream based off of what they read. Because
yeah. I
people
mean,
still do read stuff. You know, like I read articles all the time, not just fantasy stuff, just like weird random shit.
yeah.
How did you find out about Fat Beach and Hamburger?
They were on this list, and I was like, I had to like look at that. I was like, what
Can
the
you
fuck
share
are
that to
these?
me, please?
Yeah, I'll put it in the. I'm getting a lot of stuff off there.
Put it in this
Yeah, I'll put it in
uh
the chat.
in the sheet chat. I use this like all the time with like yeah. Yeah, I love Google Sheets because I don't have to pay for it.
Oh yeah, I like all their free shit is good. I'm in this BG,
Rochi.
got ripped up, and like the whole group left. There's only 4 people in this right now. 4 versus 10.
What'd you say?
4 versus 10 in this BG.
BG.
Yeah, I'm in a BG.
I'm not even. I'm not even on WoW.
Yeah, I'm in with
I'm trying to like
Larry
catch up with
Sanders.
all the stuff you did today.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot,
You
but
like you like did a lot of boater work today.
yeah, yeah. Well, who doesn't?
Your boss come in and see your sheet saying, "Hey, you got
Oh,
a
I
lot
had
of
work from
boater
home
coming
today.
up."
I worked from home, so that was why I was able to do that. The
Nice. Yeah.
boner activity.
If only I could get COVID again.
You can, man. Say like I got it again. I guess I didn't get it
I'll
the
just
first
go.
time.
I'll go like to the mall and just start licking shit.
Go to spring break, man. That's where you get. That's where you get it.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard of the COVID parties, right?
I mean, back
First
then in
person
like
to get it
2020, I remember that.
dies.
Like the first couple months. Well, it's funny because I
Yeah,
don't.
that's some fucked up. That's like some fucked up. Remember the leftovers when they're playing that weird phone game?
Yeah,
Reminds me of that shit. And leftovers came out what Like the first season, gotta be like 2 years earlier than that.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't referencing like a pandemic thing, but just the whole like vibe of it is very weird and similar.
Also, I found a big list of these National Lampoon's movies. I don't even know if we should talk about them. Like, I put one of them on there, like Transylvania. I don't even know if we should talk about it because it's so no one's fucking seen this movie. But it is kind of it's definitely post boner that's just going off of these movies exist because the other ones ahead of them made money, and they're like probably so cheap to make.
I wouldn't leave anything out, you know? Let's just go like completely all out and in depth. And
Well,
if it
also
takes
like,
like,
and how many of the Porkies should we put on? Should we put Porky 6, all 6 Porkies?
oh yeah,
You know,
well,
like,
that's the weird thing about like subsequent movies, you know? Like
or Police
sometimes you'll have.
Academy. I don't think Police Academy counts. I was thinking about that. That one does not count.
No, I think it does. I think it does. There's a lot of sex.
It's a sex comedy, but it's not a boner comedy. It's not a. There's. I feel like there has to be
No,
a college
I
element.
actually, I
There has to
that
be a
I
high
feel like
school or college element to it. That's where I can almost. That's almost where I could say we could sort of rule off all the 50s stuff too. But we could talk about it as like a inspiration. So these type.
yeah. I mean, I put it in just as a placeholder.
What? Oh, the years. Oh yeah. I don't. You could get rid of the night.
You don't think there's anything?
I don't think there's anything now.
Okay.
It does seem like 50s is really the start, and it's kind of late
Inception.
50s. It's from Playboy. Playboy is kind of what inspired a lot of this stuff. That's also like talk about. I would say Playboy magazine's actually a big inspiration to all these things. You know, Playboy magazine with the articles and stuff, and a lot of it's like kind of college based. You know what I mean? Like, who do you think their readers were?
Yeah, did you see that Will Forte
Yes, I
National
was talking
Lampoon's
about that.
movie?
That's not that good. Like, I would say,
It's bad.
yeah, because
No.
that one
I still
movie
want to
is
see
so
it,
good.
even if it's bad. I think he's underrated. Like a lot of his shit is good, and he's been in a lot of good stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
just that documentary is better. It's way better. It's the same story, just
we should mention both.
yeah.
We actually, you know what? I think we should have a whole section just on National Lampoon and like how much it really had to do with all this shit. Like
Oh
that
yeah.
is the like um
Yeah, I almost wonder. It's like, did American Pie go to them? Like when they were writing that movie, did they go to them, or I don't know? Because that would have been 1999. You know what? Maybe not, because at that time they were kind of dead. They were in that second company. Um, Golf Punks was some shitty movie they made the year before, which looks awful with Tom Arnold. So they weren't even really doing that kind of thing. Van Wilder came from American Pie. That's what I think kind of kicked back off National Lampoons. Senior Trip, you ever see that one? Super 90s.
no. I mean what
Jeremy
come
Renner's
out?
in it. Was that?
Jimmy Renner?
Yeah.
Uh yeah, can you show me that?
I'm gonna put this in the list here. Let me
That needs to like all right, like yeah, this list doesn't have to be like so analytical. Like stuff like that definitely needs to be brought up. You know, like this doesn't have to be like some structured like presentation. Like any weird random
Oh, well,
crap.
I want to go in a somewhat order though. You
No,
know,
yeah, but I don't want to leave stuff like that out.
this one is has to be on the list. There's some like, that's the thing, is like, I don't think we should go through
What
all the
about
National
Soul Plane?
Lampoon's movie, but
Would you
there's
consider Soul Plane a boner comedy?
no.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a real good movie.
But you know, it's like we should talk about the standouts, because there's, are we going to talk about fucking Pucked? like golf, like that kind of shit, or the
We
Almost
can mention it.
Guys from 2000. Like, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of these movies that are they don't really fit in.
We can mention it.
Adam and Eve. What the fuck is this one? Yeah, there's like a bunch of there's a bunch of these that damn. There's there's too many of these National Lampoons. There's so many that just weren't anything. The Stone
I
Days.
know they. I feel like it was a, you know, it was in a franchise that got like really distorted.
Yeah, Dan Cass was saying you should do a watch party on Twitch for one of these. I'm asking, can you legally do that on Twitch? Can you legally stream a film?
No,
I
I
think
thought we got in
no,
trouble. Or
I
no,
think
I'm thinking of YouTube.
yeah, no, I think you can. I actually have a feeling you can. I feel like there's a guy who does it who's actually pretty popular. Like there's a
Well,
Twitch guy who's I think
can you?
mostly does that. I'm actually
Um,
surprised they can get away
I
with
thought
that.
that was illegal. It feels like sampling other people's music.
Yeah, it kind of yeah. Yeah, you stream through Amazon Prime. Wait, is it because Twitch is linked in with Amazon Prime or something? Okay, that's interesting. It does look like you can. I think there is some kind of link between Twitch and Amazon Prime.
In what way?
I think they might be bought by Amazon now.
Yeah, I got fucked on my Apple TV shit. I can't use my sister's account anymore.
What, on Netflix? I think didn't they get rid of accounts or some shit?
They made it to where you have to be in on the same
Location?
internet. Yeah, internet connection.
Oh god. I mean, I heard them talk about this. I didn't know they pulled the trigger on that. I heard that was like predicted to happen, but
Yeah, I'm like,
I think that's very stupid. They're gonna
I'm
kill a lot of
fucked, man.
business.
I used to have HBO too for free.
You know, they used to advertise like get an account and share it with your friends. Like it was like they advertised doing that, and now they're like banning it. That's really weird. Yeah, but I see what you can set up a stream watch party through Twitch. It's a link in you link in Amazon. That's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, there is gonna be a new studio in New Jersey. Big studio. Thanks, Governor Murphy.
A big what?
Movie studio. It's gonna be the Netflix studio. That's where is it? It's gonna come. It's in Fort Monmouth. It's gonna be by Fort Monmouth. I think Fort Monmouth is done, so it's just like empty. It's like empty military space that's now gonna be there. $17 billion. Hmm. I wonder if that'll pay off. Yeah, we should. We could stream some of these weird ones. I have no clue what the fuck they are. There's a lot of movies on our list that I haven't seen. I'm sure you're in the same boat, right?
I mean, yeah, a lot of them I never heard of, but
Like Hamburger, the motion picture.
I feel like they have some kind of significance just based off of what they're ripping off.
Yeah. Mhm. That is kind of interesting, though. Well, plenty of people stream whatever. Okay, so that's what I felt like. You could get away with streaming anything. I
I
have
don't
I
know
have
why
a
you
Plex
don't. I
server.
don't know why you don't think Police Academy qualifies, man. Like I feel like Police Academy is pre American Pie type of vibe.
Yeah, but is it college? Is there college related in it? I don't really remember that.
It's similar. It's a group of people like all in the same kind of bracket of competition for placement. I mean, it's like being a frat.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that. All right, that'll go on
I
the
feel like
list.
Police Academy's got to be. It's got to be there. The amount of sex in it, and
Well,
I
isn't
don't
this is this also because you're just like a big Michael Winslow fan too?
know. uh,
Did
I
you
mean,
see him
I
live?
like Jordan Peele, and the Michael Winslow, Jordan Peele stuff was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I saw
That's
that.
one of my favorite.
Like what is it? Michael Winslow versus Danny McFerrin.
Yeah, the "Don't Worry, Be Happy" guy.
Yeah,
But Key and Peele is fucking really good.
it's
I,
good,
I
but
love that.
you know what I'll say? Just from it's better to watch it on YouTube. Just watch all the clips that they put together because
Well, yeah, it's
it's
hard
way
to
better.
sit through like an entire episode. It's better when you can just pick the best things, of course.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
I think
when you
there's
see
all
their
the sketches are
presentation, you can
good.
tell they were just trying to like do, they had to do Chappelle Show type shit.
Yeah, but it's like
Like
a
they had to.
little. Well, also I think they're trying to fill time. There's part of that is filling time.
I know it's like they shouldn't have forced them into doing that. Like, because everyone would have just said you're trying to do the same format as Chappelle Show, which is like, yeah, the guy comes out and like tells you what you're gonna see, and you see it. Like people are smart enough; they don't need that level of just you know. Like,
All right,
you gotta
yeah,
look like an
you know what?
idiot.
I think yeah. I'm looking at Dancast thing. He says gratuitous tits are his qualifier. I think that is a good qualifier to make the list too. Well, yeah. I guess Police Academy has that, right? There's some tits. I don't really remember it. I saw probably a couple of these. I feel like I remember
See
liking
my
the
notes.
the third one.
Oh, I'm putting some notes in right now.
Seth Green? Oh yeah. He's got the rape kit. Yeah. Yeah, you could put also like oh shit. We also have to put next to ski school, summer school.
I never like thought of it that way until now. Like Seth Green is disgusting in that fucking movie, man. He's like a weird hyper wigger. You know what? Hold
Yeah.
on, I gotta add that into my notes.
I don't know what year summer school was. Well, that's got to be what 80 something or maybe 89. Oh man, summer school is 1987. So they didn't do ski school until woof. They waited that long. They waited 4 years to do ski school. Like the same people. Oh, okay. If you're an affiliate on Twitch, which I believe we are. I don't know how we are, but yeah, you know what? There's all these Prime game. There's all this. I see everything on Twitch when I'm looking on here. It's all connected to Prime and other crap. So I see what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That was a good idea though. If they're gonna be like, you're gonna stream stuff through here, stream through us, so it's a good idea. But I would like to stream through my Plex server a little more. I have way more access to shit. So what'd you say? Proto hyper wigger? Wigger, is that I think that's a term now that's a little you can't say that anymore, I don't think. I don't think that flies.
What?
The term wigger. I think it doesn't fly. That's like
Really?
Yeah.
There's a whole backlash?
Well, did you hear about digital blackface? Did you hear about that? Did you read about that?
No, but I've heard of bleaching, skin bleaching.
So
Sammy Sosa looked pink for a while.
digital blackface is when you post a meme that has a black person in it. As a white person, you post a meme or a GIF that's with a black person. That's digital blackface.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I've posted a lot of NBA fantasy stuff, so.
So you're a culprit.
Well, I'm like ground zero.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I mean, I'm surprised you haven't got hit with someone saying like, "This is racist for you to post this."
I haven't got that yet, but I'm
You're
really
waiting
just
to be canceled.
tracking like information that pops up.
You could be canceled
There's
any
no
day, kind of
opinions
thing.
involved whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Just raw data.
Little Darlings, 1980. Ever heard of that?
No, but the name is kind of creepy.
Yeah. It is Tatum O'Neal, 1980.
Oh,
Two
big.
15-year-old girls from different sides of the tracks compete to see who'll be the first to lose their virginity while at summer camp.
Wow, that's a good one. You know, maybe should we have like
Matt
summer
Dillon.
camp movies as like a separate genre?
No.
Well, because you always hear in American Pie how they did this in band camp. They did this in band camp. You know, I feel like summer.
Well, that's just part of their jokes,
Wait, does
Yeah.
Do you think Wet Hot American Summer should be degraded to this level, or
No,
it's
I don't.
above it?
I saw that on the list. I don't think it should be on there. That's making fun of that shit. That should not be.
No, no. You know what? No. We gotta have it on the list. We just have to explain what it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, which I know it was on one of those I saw. Which one is it?
No, it's got to be on the list because it's almost like it references all of it and makes fun of it in a meta way that we need to almost like we could have like an entire sub video just
Oh,
on
career
what
opportunities. Good call. That should fit into the list too. Jennifer Connelly.
no, yeah, we gotta do we gotta reference Wet Hot American Summer because
Okay.
it's almost like the it's like it's similar to Freddy Got Fingered, you know, like it's just making fun of the entire genre by spoofing it in a way that it should be brought up.
Yeah, that Little Darlings though is pretty creepy when you think about it. 15-year-old girls, movie about 15-year-old girls trying to lose their virginity at summer camp. Some Epstein
What's that?
shit right there. That's some Epstein shit right there.
He
Just the
produced
plot.
it.
I mean, just the plot line is pretty
Who?
for Little Darlings.
Oh, wasn't that like weird? It was almost like some.
I think you're thinking of Cuties from Netflix.
No, I was thinking of that movie. With Phil Dono as like somebody who took a vow of silence, and like the little girl dances around in a pageant.
I don't know that. Don't know that one. Yeah, I don't know if we should put all the Porky's movies listed. I guess we could. How many are there?
Porky's,
Yeah.
too many. I mean, I feel like Porky's and American Pie are the same thing. Like, I feel like Porky's and American Pie really are just like father and son. They're not that different at all.
There's only three. Yeah, there's only three. 81 to 85. Putting that on the list.
I don't know. I feel like they mirror each other. You know, a lot of these franchises just completely mirror each other.
Well, a lot of them are, inspired by, Porky's inspired
I know, but
that
like
kind of.
almost like the way that the release and then subsequent reactions to other movies happen is so similar. It's
Well,
weird.
I think it's also Porky's let the studios know, like, oh shit, these movies make money. Like these movies make money. Keep
Yeah,
greenlighting
no,
these. Its list
right.
is already at
It's like
31
when
movies. We're not even like
it's
close
similar
to
to
done.
when Nirvana made a ton of money, and then all these weird motherfuckers got signed to major labels
Yeah,
afterward.
like grunge, exactly, grunge. Yep, exactly. They started signing all. That's like Airheads. They talk about that, right? I think in that movie they talk about
No,
that.
Airheads is hair metal from the 80s.
No, they were in the 90s. Movies from the 90s.
Oh yeah, yeah, but it felt like well,
Their
there
genre
is like a
they
weird
called themselves
crossover from 80s to 90s hair metal. It's not that different.
they
Like the
called
same
their
shit.
genre power slop. Remember that?
Power slot.
Yeah, that was the name of what they said their music was. But they were talking about that. They commented on how, like some shitty band just because they were kind of cool or had a good look, like labels would sign them. That was a thing that was happening. It's a lot like the hip hop shit too. Like I feel like a lot of that got big because people were like looking for it. No one looks for bands anymore. All right, I definitely. Oh, Hard Bodies. The fuck, that one is kind of. I know I've heard of that one. There's a lot of '80s ones. You almost have to say the peak might actually more be that really with this type of film, but
Well, there's. I feel like there's two peaks. There's a peak in the genre, and there's a peak financially. The peak in the genre might have been in the 80s, but
oh
far
yeah,
as
financial peak is American Pie.
sales,
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Animal House did good. That kind of started it off. I mean, let me see the box office of Animal House. Although that's inflation too, so it's hard to. It's actually interesting. Even American Pie. We were talking about 280 million. That was 1999. What's inflation on that? Like today?
I mean, I can calc it. I just don't want to look at it. There's formulas.
Yeah, I'm looking at an inflation calculator. That would be so 280 million then would be equal to about 500 million now. So pretty big hit. It's like almost getting to like the Marvel, like a Marvel range of movie, really. That what the American Pie. It's really close, especially for like that kind of movie. Tells you something. Like,
Dude, this complex list has a ton of shit I've never heard of.
yeah, I mean that's when I was like going through. I was like, oh shit, never heard of these.
Maybe we should just well, it's like what can you get away with showing?
Well, like I said, I want to kind of get commentary, and then I could show stuff as a video. And if you do kind of like a little document, you make like a documentary, you can legally use clips because it's the context. Well, I think streaming, they're like, you pull up something that's someone else's thing. It's like they think you're watching it with people, so it's different kind of thing. But you can say creative copyright on like anything documentary. Be like, we're using that. Fair use is what it's called.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff on this list that I want to see and know what the fuck it is, but can we isolate it down to clips, or it's got to be more just screenshots of text?
It could be images. I mean, as far wait, you mean when we talk about things, like when we do a stream of it?
Yeah, we can use like screenshots from the film instead of showing video clips.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. I don't know if I can get away with showing trailers or not. I thought trailers were all pretty free use.
I fuck
I don't
man,
know
I
though.
like don't. Yeah, I don't know the rules. I mean, I vaguely do. Like I know like certain things, but I don't know the gray areas of what you can get away with and what you can't. You know, it's. I feel like screenshots you can get away with. You know, like we put like 5 or 6 in a row, and then you can create like a montage of all of them. But other than that, you're probably gonna have to clear stuff, and I don't know how that works at
No,
all.
you can just say like you can fight it with YouTube, saying they will flag your video, but you could be like, this all fun. Like I've done it before. They flag shit, and you could just say, you write them and say, like they ask, they'll block it, and then you could say like, no, this is all fair use. And if you say that, and you say like the legal terms, they have to turn it back on.
I know it's just I've seen like horror stories of where they flag people too much for no reason, and then like lock or remove their accounts. You know,
Yeah,
they get a
you
weird
can
fucking
get.
practice.
Well, I think I almost got removed for a little bit. I was meeting like
Why?
the, because you get strikes. So I think I had at one point like 3 strikes on this channel. I don't know why, but oh, loose screws, 1985, lots of tits. In traditional of screwballs, horny teens try to get a shot at a sexy new French teacher. All right, weird. Sequel to Screwballs. Screwballs is oh my
What
god.
screwball?
Screwballs is 1983 teen sex comedy film inspired by the success of Porky's. In
I
1965,
told you. I feel like Porky's is like ground zero.
yeah, it kind of is. Also, like Mad Magazine. I'm telling you, Mad Magazine, National Lampoons are like the start of a
What
lot of
is
this shit.
Porky's connection to National Lampoons?
It doesn't. It doesn't have a connection. It is not National Lampoons.
That's a franchise unto itself, right
Yeah.
there. There's a lot of Porky's.
It's it's kind of surprising that there hasn't been a Porky's reboot.
Porky's really is just proto American Pie.
Yeah, maybe that should be rebooted here. Oh, actually, I'm looking at this. In 2002, Howard Stern acquired the remake rights to hopefully produce a remake of the film, but it ran into legal trouble in 2011. Didn't happen. So Howard Stern was trying to get that to happen.
I mean, I would invest in whatever he's investing in.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty yeah, I agree. Screwballs too, though. The cover says "boobs galore." That's like their tagline.
With quotes.
Yeah, boobs galore. Both those
It's
movies
it's
are Roger
it's in
Corman produced too.
quotations.
Was that?
It's in quotations.
Yes, boobs galore, right on the top on the cover.
So you know it's legit.
So that's how you know this has to be on the list here. Screwballs too. Gotta get it. I gotta find a trailer for that. Well, I think it was a Canadian movie, so it went by. It called Loose Screws in America. Oh, it doesn't look like I can't find a trailer of this one. All right, yeah, that
You
one's
go on the dark web. Yeah, this is a very in-depth list. This is a good basis to build off of.
yeah.
This is on complex too. That's a weird
They get a lot of pop.
choice.
They got don't they do sports? I feel like I've seen sports articles on
Complex?
there.
No, I
Yeah,
thought there were more music.
I don't know. I think they kind of handle a lot of stuff. Private school. BB Cates.
Yeah. I mean, she's a repeat offender from
Yeah.
Wet Hot.
Well, also,
I
you
mean,
know
not
who's
from Wet
a
Hot.
big
Fast Times.
repeat offender as far as later days was this guy James DeBello. He's in that Kiss movie, and then he's in Storm Days, and then a bunch of other crap. That Transylvania.
Yeah, maybe
He's
we should have a sheet to track the
the
actors and
actors.
actresses that are reused over and over. Yeah.
You know, this private school movie is a little bit like there was a movie in the 2000s about guys that dressed up as girls to get in a sorority. You know what I'm talking about? Remember that movie? Got the Rocket Man guy in it.
Rocket Man?
Yeah, he was the cop
What's
in
Rocket Man?
Dumb and Dumber.
You mean Rocketeer?
No, Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, Rocket Man. He was a comedian. He was in he's the cop in Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, uh, Harlan Williams.
Yeah, Harlan Williams. He was in some movie where they like dressed up as women and they try to get in a sorority.
Oh shit!
Oh,
That is like
it's
one
called
of the
Sorority
biggest
Boys.
boner comedies.
Yeah, Sorority
Yeah.
Boys. You know, it's funny. This
Yeah,
isn't.
that
This
is
is
like
probably not
that
on
is
the list.
actually one of the better boner comedies ever made. Actually, I love that fucking movie.
You like
I've
that one,
seen
yeah?
that shit a bunch of times.
It's a good one. I remember it was always pretty funny. I think who's the main character in it? There was like someone that was what's his name? The guy from Seventh Heaven, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he
With
was like the main
he was
character.
fucking Jessica Biel for a while.
Yeah,
Lucky
looks.
motherfucker, man. That he got to work on that show with Jessica Biel.
Oh yeah, yep. But yeah, this private school movie is similar. It's about these two guys who dress up as pose as girls to go visit a girls' school. So
Yeah,
it's
well, okay, so I mean, like,
that's a
Gentlemen
theme.
Prefer
That's a theme for
Blondes
sure.
and Some Like It Hot are like that's the proto. Like all this cross gesture to get pussy stuff is
Yeah,
all from that movie.
yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
No, that we
That's
need
why it's
like
got
a
to be on the list.
whole fucking like section on that because yeah, like
Well, I don't
Some Like
want
It
to
Hot.
veer. I don't want to tangent too much. It can all, we don't. That could. There's lists upon
Whoa,
lists now.
you can't tangent in writing, right? Well, I guess you can.
I mean, you could talk about it. You could talk about there's a theme here. But
I wouldn't leave it out.
no, yeah, it's something to talk about. Let me see.
You see Air in theaters.
No, no. I'm gonna watch a cam.
They're pushing the shit out of it right now.
I'll watch a cam version. I'll watch a version that I get from a guy in the streets of New York selling
Oh
DVDs.
fuck, Chris Tucker's in it.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
actually, I heard he's really good in it. Oh, he's always good.
yeah, I'll wait. I want to. I'll see. Like I want to see it, but I'll wait. I don't. I don't need to. Wow, the Barbie movie though is coming out.
Yeah,
Okay.
that trailer looks really bad. Like really, really bad.
Dungeons and Dragons trailer with the
I heard
girl
mixed
from
things on it. I heard mixed things. I'm sure it's better
Blue
than
Beetle. People are
sure it's better
pushing
than the
Blue
other one.
Beetle like a fucking. Have you seen any stuff on people getting pissed that the Banshees didn't win anything?
No.
They got
Well,
snubbed.
no, I talked to this one guy at work. He's like, I don't know, he's older. He's probably like 70 or something. But everyone like that age hated Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like he hated it so much. I was like, I don't get your hate for it, but I think it's like
Well, no, I saw a meme of that where like
if
a
you're
certain
above
demographic liked
35 or
it and a
something.
certain demographic hated it, and I thought it was a joke. But then
No, it's
I
real.
saw
Yeah.
weird.
Well, a
Okay.
lot of people like that don't like being told this is the best movie of the year, and I understand that. You know, like when you saw it,
That was that was not when that movie came out. That was not.
you weren't that wasn't on your mind that oh this is gonna win the Oscar, right? When you stepped out of the movie, I was like, oh this is gonna win the
I mean,
Oscar.
like,
No.
uh, it was just struggling to have people see it.
Well, that's the thing. Also on that list of movies that were nominated, like none of them made money. The only ones that made money were Avatar and Top Gun. That's the only reason why they were on the list. Hollywood's like, I guess we have to
Yeah,
put them
I
on.
remember we placed certain bets on Money Made, and I thought those were good bets. You know, like I thought that was a good idea to like instead of thinking about artistic bullshit, just what award might reward financial stuff. You know, like just
Yeah,
revenue.
yeah. Irish people
And I
are
thought
always
Maverick
mad.
would win something.
Yeah. I thought Elvis would win something. That was the one that I feel like got
Yeah,
really
that we
screwed.
got fucked on that. Yeah,
I
we
think they
went way.
really like flipped,
Well, you
flipped
know,
them
because
off.
I'm so used to playing like DFS and all this bullshit. Instead of just saying like, go all in on everything, I want to play the non like higher betted stuff with Elvis because they were not the favorite at all.
Well, also, I think they were very stupid with what they chose because it didn't work out. Like that was one of the lowest watched Oscars of all time. Like it didn't work out with what they did. Like let's say they just nominated more Top Gun shit. Like maybe that would have got people to watch it. Like no one gives a shit about women talking. Like come on.
Well, yeah, that's the name of the movie, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying women. I'm just saying the movie itself. I mean, that's a whole other story about that. But yeah, Dan Cass said Irish people always get mad. It's true. They got that hot temper, or they get red in the face. Also, they're drinking early. Like that was the best thing about that movie. It was funny how like 2 p.m. everyone goes to the bar. Like that's when it starts. 2 p.m. Like there's the ring of the church. They all go to the bar, to the pub.
In the afternoon.
Yeah, it was like 2 p.m. He's 2 p.m. There's a ring in the church, and they all kind of like collect. Like, oh, you heading over there? And like, yep. That's when they all start
Yeah,
piling into the
you
bar.
want to hear something similar to that? Somebody I work with, uh, they'd go like pick up food for us sometimes, and around like one, they'd go there and they get like free shots and free drinks.
Oh wow.
Day
That's I guess where it starts.
drinking in the middle of the day and come in like the stinging of booze.
Yeah, no, it's true. Oscars are very boring, self-observed stuff like and Dancast saying. Yeah, it's totally true. I mean, it's all about patting
It's a
themselves on the
fellatio
back.
fest. I mean,
Yes.
come
Yeah.
on, you know what it is.
Yep.
It's
That's
nothing new.
definitely what it is.
It's an institution.
Yeah, that's why like the movies that like fillet Hollywood itself always get nominated and win. Like I mean, Babylon was shit. I'm sure it wouldn't have got any nominations if it wasn't about Hollywood. The Artist, that movie. I mean, I thought that movie was all right, but
That was black and white with some kind of dog mixed in.
yeah, but like going kind of
Just
celebrating
pandering.
old Hollywood. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love that shit. They'll eat it up.
Yeah.
Eat that shit up. So like, there's some movies I'm surprised they haven't remade. I'm surprised they haven't remade The Wizard of Oz. That's the one that like I'm like shocked how they've not done a straight reboot. I know they've done movies like that Great and Powerful Oz with James Franco, but straight up reboot, no.
Dude, that shit was weird.
Yeah, it's just that was a bad. I saw that in theaters and I was like,
Really?
yeah. I remember seeing it with my sister
Why?
because we were like, oh, my sister was maybe home for a weekend or something, and we're like, let's go see a
Oh
movie, and we
man.
like picked that, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, and I remember trying to convince my dad to take us to see Team America War Police when it first came out.
Oh yeah, that's
That
a
did not
story.
go over well.
Yeah.
He kept looking over at me like, "What the fuck did you just bring us to see?" It was like all this puppet sex and blowjobs and puking. I was like, yeah, I thought it was gonna be like, I mean, everyone likes South Park, so
Yeah, but it is pretty. South Park itself too is pretty. You could have known a little bit what you're getting into. But yeah, not
yeah,
the. But it was also like all their sex stuff was such a joke, and like where they're just like it's like when two kids would play with like Barbie dolls and just bumping each other. That's what the sex was like. So it wasn't too. I mean, I guess they were just talking about blowjobs a lot.
yeah. It was the part where he told him to suck a dick to get back into the group.
Yeah. So yeah, there was that. Also, I think even the beginning of the movie,
And then
he's
like
like,
the puppet sex montage.
even
And
the
I was
beginning of
just
the
like,
movie
I
when he
was
gets
like
into
just
limo.
trying not to look around because I knew they were like, "Why the fuck did you bring us to see this?"
Yeah, when he
I was
gets
like,
into the limo in the beginning, and he says to the guy, he's like, "I know what this is. This is where you ask me to give you a blowjob, and you put a finger in my ass." Like,
right? And my dad's like, "Oh, we're like, yeah, like my sister was like, not. I don't think. I think like illegally we saw it maybe. Like she probably should not even in
well,
there,
parental
but
guidance. Your dad was there. That's all
yeah,
you
you get a
need.
pass. Yeah, you can just do whatever.
Yeah, you could PG-13. Gotta be parental guidance unless you're 13 or older.
Do you
I'm
remember
sure
the
that movie
last
was an
movie
R.
that you walked out of?
Yeah, it was Dickie Roberts. One of the I don't I usually sit through a movie. Even if it's bad, I'll usually stay there. That one I couldn't, and couldn't do it. I was like, this, I
At
gotta
what
get out.
point of the movie
I don't
were you
remember.
done? No, you gotta like that's. I mean, you don't do that every day, you know.
Yeah, that was the one that I was like, this is fucking horrible. Let me see. I don't know. It was pretty. I was probably 3/4 of the movie, like around that mark. Like I saw most of it. I knew what I was getting. I mean, I can't say I even remember the plot. I just remember he's like a rich kid actor, and then I think he hires a family to be his family, but it turns into everyone starts to get along and becomes his real family. You know what you're getting in that movie. You know how it's gonna end. But you know what? At least there was comedy movies back then. At least there was movies that were being made that could have been called comedy movies. So you don't get that anymore. You walked out on Ant-Man 2. I never saw Ant-Man 2. That's I think they're on 3 now, right?
Mm, yeah, I think they're on three.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what Ant-Man 2. I don't really know that one.
Do
At
you
the one.
think Blue Beetle and Ant Man will do some stuff together?
No, they can't.
Why not?
One's Marvel, one's DC. They don't do that.
They never cross over.
I think there might have been a comic crossover like one or two times, but I don't really think they would do that. I don't even, that might have not ever happened
They're
either.
saving it for the apocalypse. Yeah, that's one of the better arcade games, Marvel versus Capcom, and you get like those insane cinematics when you use your super move.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So he was talking about the last one. That was the third one. I think everyone forgot there was a second one.
The second what?
Ant Man.
No, that shit's old now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think
Like,
he's
they're
when
on
he
the
the one he
third
walked
one,
out of is Ant-Man 3. All
and
right.
Ant
Yes.
Man has a big part in the Avengers and shit and all that stuff. People love Ant Man. I feel like you're underrating that franchise. And now Blue Beetle's like Ant Man little cousin, you know?
DC though.
Yeah, you're gonna have a
Different world.
written dissertation on the new Barbie movie.
No. I don't think I'll. I don't know. It's weird because I think Greta Gerwig's actually always pretty good. I think she's a decent filmmaker. It's weird she's doing this movie. I don't know. Maybe
No,
maybe
this
it's just
movie needs to be made.
no. I get why it got made too. It's surprised it hasn't been
It
made in the
had to be
past.
made one way or another. This is the way it's getting made. You know
Yeah. I don't like that Shang-Chi actor guy, the Asian dude in it. He although I thought
why?
like I don't know, he's just kind of a douche. If you like read interviews about him, he's just kind of a douche.
I don't want to. Just tell me.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
want to
just
have to go into like research of somebody who thinks a douchebag.
he just thinks he's like a bigger star than he is. Simu
Well,
Lee.
maybe he's got other markets that are bigger.
I don't know. He was
It's like when you're good in AAA, and then you get called up and you flop.
he was just defending a lot of the he was defending a lot of the Marvel crap. He fired back at
Well, you
like
got to. If
yeah,
he
he
doesn't, he's gonna get crucified. He's got to like promote that shit until his death.
all right, well all right, I could break it down. So basically what happened was Tarantino said that the Marvel actors are not movie stars. He kind of said the character is the movie star, which he's right. It's like do you give a shit about
Yeah,
fucking Chris
that's the point.
Evans
It's like
or do you
anybody
like
could play
Captain
any part.
America?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like Captain America. You don't like fucking Chris Evans. Come on. And then I think Simo Lee, the guy who played Shang Chi, kind of like struck back at him, saying, that he's wrong, that Tarantino's downplaying all these movies. I don't know, stupid shit like that. He's proud to work for a diverse on-screen company, like shit like that. Stuff is gonna piss people off when you tell like those hot words. And honestly, I thought some of that movie was kind of all right. I saw that one. Overall, probably a bad movie, but I liked the kung fu in it. At least like there was kung fu in it. It was different.
I'm making notes, by the way.
Okay.
Hope you don't mind.
And and he did
They're
say
not
I loved.
they're not that well thought out.
Oh, okay. The Simu Lee guy said how he loved the golden age of film, but it was white as hell. So he made a point to be like, because it was white, wasn't that good?
Mm-hmm.
Weird as fuck. I don't think 100 Girls is weird as fuck.
Okay, we'll say why.
Oh, also South Park and Always Sunny did a
Oh
Always.
yeah. Add that in. Add that in.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It's
Yeah.
Ski School is a classic. I think especially people of their age, they would have probably been around high school during that time, so it probably affected them a little more. Like that would have been their American Pie, Ski School. Because we were 1999, so we were in 7th grade.
I just added a note.
Yeah, it's good we have the 9/11 as a reference of where you're at. Isn't it? It's like I'll now know always, like, 9/11. I was a freshman. I could base everything going forward and upward on that. Yeah, we were seventh grade, summer of seventh grade, about to be eighth grade, eighth grade summer. After the list is done, Dan, we're gonna do a whole stream where we just kind of go through a lot of this stuff, and then I'm thinking of making like a kind of a even more detailed video after that, just a video on the channel, just kind of documenting this and kind of even going back to the roots of this. Because we were talking about it earlier, but we're seeing a lot of roots with these movies being even older than you think. Especially when we're talking about these cross-dressing ploys to get the girl. Yeah, that's definitely from Some Like It Hot, 1959, Marilyn Monroe. So it's like she was kind of the start also of the sex comedy, and then taking a generation and era, all that stuff. But that's the process. That's the plan. I actually I brought this up in it's Film Threats. It's a good YouTube channel, so you could always check them out. But they do streams twice a week, and they did a stream today. And I brought it up, and they were talking about Mandalorian, and I was like, I feel like no one was paying attention. I brought up this whole proto, pre, peak, post boner comedy stuff, and it dominated the chat. I felt kind of awkward. They never addressed it, but I could tell they like were like looking at the chat, like, what's going on? No one's talking about Mandalorian. They're talking about boners, like, which is probably accurate. I think Mandalorian has lost a lot of following due to boners. There's no boners in there. And did you hear, Leland, about Lizzo being in Mandalorian yesterday? Didn't you hear the internet talking about that?
No, but
Oh yeah,
yeah, I'm starting to see
embarrassing cameo.
I'm starting to see the inception is 1953 to 99 59. That is where, like, I agree, like Marilyn Monroe is like the inception of the boner.
Yeah, yeah, it is a colloquial term for this. I think people get on board with it. Didn't make it up. I feel like I got it from Red Letter Media talking about it, but people have talked about this before them and even used that same word. Because remember Dave had that idea called Bonermans? Weekend at Bonermans?
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
like
San Luigi
he
Island.
he talked about that for years, like years and years ago. So we would always talk about like the boner movies. So it was in the zeitgeist. We might have made it. We might have been the ones who originated this. We probably made it.
Yeah, I just put a note for 7 Year Itch. I've seen that movie, and that's exactly what it is.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've seen it too. I know it definitely
I've
is
seen it
that.
multiple times.
And it's
Part
got
of my
the
package,
shot.
I get some Turner weird, like Turner Classic type of thing.
It's got
What?
the her blowing up the skirt shot. The iconic shot for that.
Wait, what was the movie with uh the Canadian guy you were talking about?
Um
Harlan Williams.
Sorority Boys. I put it on the list. I put it on the list there at the bottom there, 2002. Peak boner time.
2002. Okay, I thought it was 90s, late
Nope.
90s. Okay.
No, no. Well, I mean, that's the thing. There's a lot
There's
of
a
crossover
weird.
here.
There almost like is this weird intersection from like the end of a decade to the beginning of it.
Yeah,
It
it
gets
does feel like that. That is true.
Superbad is definitely a boner comedy, given there's an entire section about drawing penises.
Yeah, but I do think it's a post boner. 2007. That's we're talking 8 years after American Pie. That's what I'm saying. I think we have to look at the list. I think the cutoff is either 2005 or 2006.
So you think at a certain point the boner comedy just died?
Oh, it's dead now. Yeah, it's
Why?
dead.
Because of
There
the
would. This is we're in too woke of a culture to have this kind of movie happen. This could happen actually. Like we talk about, like click comedies can happen because it's female perspective, but you can't do
yeah,
this as a guy. It's too
is that a pretty
misogynistic.
big term?
Well, I think Dan created Dan might have came up with that, but I do like it. That's very accurate.
Who?
Dan, like the one dude, like kind of on the stream here talking to us. He brought up click comedy.
You know that term? Yeah, I feel like that should be. I mean, that could be like an entire meme. Like, I
Yeah,
never
it's a
heard that term
thing.
before.
I mean, it's a
It
thing,
is.
and
Oh, I didn't know it already existed.
I don't know if it exists, but I'm just saying it's definitely a thing. I don't know if that title
If it
exists, but
doesn't exist, if you create it, that could be like a genre meme unto itself. Yeah, I've
yeah,
never heard of click comedy
yeah,
up
you gotta,
until
yeah, yeah.
he
Dan,
coined that. This
he
guy in the
coined.
chat.
I mean, that's where I'm getting it from. That's where I heard it from.
Yeah, I've never
So,
heard of click comedy before. Is
and
that a thing
it's a
though? Like if you go and
brilliant
search it on
perspective.
Google?
It's brilliant perspective, and there you could definitely start throwing in movies that go towards that, and like Bad
Yeah,
Moms
tons.
is
Especially like the last couple years.
yeah. So I
You
mean,
could do
it's
like
you can do
30
those
of them
movies.
in a 2 year span, and then you could see the like the way that it's grown out of nowhere based on the entire history in comparison. You know,
Do you
the
think
way it's spiked.
Full Monty is proto click comedy?
Full Monty, I thought were men stripping for women.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, don't you think Magic Mike is kind of a click comedy?
I don't know what. I guess you have to kind of defy and define
I would say the same. It's a sex movie
the.
for women, so I would say like a sex comedy for women. I would put Magic Mike in there. I would put Bridesmaids in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I would
I mean,
put
Bridesmaids is like American Pie
Bad
for
Moms in there.
female comedies.
Yeah,
What would you say that the highest grossing female comedy would be? It's not Super Ghost. Like it's not the.
it's got to be Bridesmaids.
Yeah, it's.
That did really good. I mean, I liked it.
Well, let me think. Actually,
I mean, it's a
looking at
movie I never
horror
went and
for.
watched again.
No, I'm trying to think.
It was from
I feel like
2011. It made
there's
300
Girl Trip,
million.
which is like Megan Good and a bunch of. That's like a whole different movie. Yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I
like
think
yeah. There's some of that. What was that movie she did where she's a vampire thing or a monster? I'm talking about bodies or something like that. Something with that. Hungry something. Yeah, girls. It is true. Girls just watch reality TV now. That's pretty accurate.
I
I
mean
never
that's nothing
actually.
new.
Speaking of that, I never saw the riveting last episode of MILF Manor yet. I have to see what happens. I think the
I mean,
funniest.
reality is a consistent thing all the time. You know, it's like OC and then all that fucking shit with the stuff based off of it.
OC, I think, was from, but it was fake. I don't know. Or was that? Was that reality or was it a written show? Oh, it was written.
No, OC's written and then they had the shit come out afterwards.
Oh, like real people of Orange County or some bullshit. How come they don't do these things on Down syndrome people? Like the Down syndrome people of I don't know, Des Moines.
I guess they've never gotten to where the ratings are that low.
Yeah.
Then they start going to really weird abstract stuff just to try and do anything. Then you might get that.
Yeah, all my girlfriend watches is like Married at First Sight. Dancast says 90 Day Fiance. I've seen that on Discovery
You
Channel.
should turn them on to Married with Children instead. It's got married in the name still.
Nah, she doesn't like that. They don't like it. They don't like that crap. They want to see.
Well, they don't have to like it. You just have to force feed it.
Oh yeah, Dancast says because it's those click comedy
Like a
tank
pelican.
at the box office. Yeah, they don't do well. Like Bad Moms did not do well. Horny
No.
Gen X and
Yeah,
Boomers are
what
just
is the
corny.
highest selling female ensemble movie? That's something we got to track, probably, right?
It's got to be Bridesmaids.
What's the competition though?
There's not
Like,
really
what's
much.
second?
There's really, I mean, they don't have that much. It's not like we can come up with a list of 50 here for this, but they don't
What
have
about Amy
that.
Schumer? She doesn't have any high selling stuff.
Um,
Sarah Silverman,
I don't think anyone.
uh, Terry Schiavo. I'm trying to think of the greats.
Amy Schumer's as popular as Hillary Clinton, so she's in that range. Like people
Yeah,
like her,
that's
like they
not a
like
good
Hillary.
position to be in.
Hillary
Yeah.
lost election to one of like the most polarizing person on earth.
Well, when you're a lizard, it's hard to.
I mean, she is unlikable.
She's a lizard.
Yeah. You know who I saw? I just saw Fox News. There's this guy. I think his name is Brett.
Oh, you
Brett
got a good Hillary
Brett
video. You got
Bayar.
a couple good Hillary videos.
Oh yeah, check out this channel. You can see some good Hillary videos that were all jokes.
Your shit went like viral, man. That one, the one
That
where
one
like talking
guy's
and
reaction
dying,
in the crowd.
got tons of thousands of hits on
That
that
one guy's
motherfucker.
reaction in the crowd. That looks like he looks like the guy from Wet Hot American Summer. Was great. You know what I'm talking about? Joe Trulio or something like that.
Red sweater guy.
No. There's a guy in that Ellen show crowd who just looks like around at the people. Like there's a reaction shot of him where he looks all upset about what we were talking about. That was funny.
When you edit something that, do you watch it like a bunch of times before you decide what to do, or you just kind of like fuck around?
Those videos that I did that came out very well. It's just me fucking around. I was just kind of trying to
They
make
were
myself
fucking,
laugh
you
while I
just
was
kind of
doing
like
it.
riffing and editing around
Yeah.
the footage.
I remember I was just trying to make myself like laugh at the whole thing, and I thought they were funny.
Yeah, it was. Well, didn't you have something with pickles too?
Yeah, she went on, and there was like also I was making fun of all these crazy people that were like, oh, she's gonna die, she's actually dying,
Yeah, every
she's
time you
actually
would
dying.
cough in public,
Yeah, she
every
can't
time
open it.
you cough in public or trip, they
Yeah.
would say that she was dying.
Well, yeah, they
And
said
then you
like,
made,
oh, they set up
like,
that pickle bar. They set up her opening the pickle
Yeah.
jar because she's actually so weak that she's dying. It was like shit like that where I was just. Well, I see it too with a lot of people think Biden's like a clone or like because his ears are a little different now or something.
He has Alzheimer's.
No, it's like he
People
doesn't.
think that he's like gonna die soon too.
If you can look at
His
old
deathbed.
pictures, he's got like his ears are a little different or some bullshit. But it's
But have
really
you
just
seen the,
the
have
way
you
the
seen
cameras.
sights on his deathbeds?
No, I can see that like a Deadpool on him.
Yeah, he's got a ton. Like, this is like one of the biggest death pools.
I think
ever.
Trump's the same age as him.
Doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah,
it's not, it's not who's gonna die. It's who like people want to die. You know.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
fade
maybe.
the chalk. Maybe you go Trump. Fade the chalk. Good better odds. That's fucked up though. Like, there are sites that have just like death pools.
Yeah.
You know, like you can pick almost like a math equation, like 1 through 5. A, B,
Yeah,
C,
I
D.
mean, I think that movie kind of made that a thing.
What movie?
Deadpool. That was kind of what that was all about. Oh, was a part of
No,
it.
I feel like it's pre-existed. You know?
Yeah, it existed. They
People
didn't get
probably
that
bet on
before
like
that.
monarchs to die.
Yeah.
Because back then you can get like your head cut off very easy.
Yeah, but it was funny. I made I made one video making fun of Trump. No one really got on board with that. That one didn't do too well. His whole followers, they like to give it out, but they don't like it when it comes back on them. I noticed that. Everyone's a snowflake until they are, you know. Like the amount that they complain
Well,
about stupid shit is just as snowflake as the stuff they would make fun of the left for. You know, like I've realized that now, you know.
yeah, I mean, you know, it's hard to like be neutral with content and play both sides evenly.
Yeah.
It's always going to kind of lean one side or the other. You just got to like, you know, balance it out.
Yeah.
Dude, this list has tons of shit I've never heard of, but I think we should do almost like when we had the most hated list. We should just go through this complex list one by one.
No, I want to kind of parse things out. I don't want to use their list. Maybe I'll make my own.
It's just there's a lot of shit on here that I want to know what it is.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I'm putting it into the list. Then we can do our own shit, you know, our own research. Like Fraternity Vacation, Tim Robbins movie. I've never heard of this.
Tim Robbins
Yeah, Tim Robbins is the main character.
sounds like a cash grab.
Oh no, never mind. He's not the main character. He's just in it.
It's even worse.
But now it's like if you put this DVD out, you're gonna put his name on the front. You know, you're gonna put his name up front.
Yeah, and say like he won for Shawshank or whatever.
Yeah, like Academy Award winning actor, Fraternity Vacation, 1985.
I hope they do that for everything all at once. You know, like list everyone who won and all that shit, and then try and resell it.
Come up with a top 5 and throw a watch party. Dan says, or maybe top 5 of stuff we should watch or something. The problem with doing these movies. Oh, Barbara Crampton is in this movie. Interesting. Horror icon. Always shows her tits. Yeah, the problem with doing that is these movies are awful. You watch these movies and you die inside. You
Yeah,
know
it's
what I
like
mean? Like,
I'd say one of the worst things we ever watched was that Prince of Persia movie.
yeah, well
Fucking
that was
horrible.
really bad. Yeah, but there are probably some movies in here that would be like we did a watch party. We used to do these watch party things illegally on YouTube, but
Yeah, but
they
it-
can't
it-
hardly
it
wait. We
probably-
did that one. That was fun watching that one. That one was fun.
Down Periscope was really boring and bad.
Really bad. Yep.
Really boring and bad. I feel like we watched enough movies to know like bad but entertaining and bad but just such a slog that getting through it feels like you've lived a lifetime, you know?
Yeah, but I do think we'd be able to find some that we'd be like, okay, I want to see this once we kind of look. And like, okay, like one of them sounded all right. What was it that I saw? Like I haven't seen. I was like, oh, like I don't know, man. Maybe like Fat Beach with Coolio. I don't even know if Coolio's in it. I just
I'll check that
know
out.
Fantastic Voyage
I
is
don't
in
give
the
a fuck.
movie.
You should
Little
put a note.
Darlings.
Fat Beach has Coolio in it.
Might have Coolio. I'm not. I can't confirm that. I know. I don't know about that. I know his song
well, that's
"Fantastic
the note.
Voyage" is. I'll
Funny
look it
that
up
we
right now.
have. It's funny that we have cross-dressing to get pussy as a note multiple times because it comes up over and over and over.
What's Coolio's real name? Does he got a real name?
Yeah, of course. I'm not looking that up.
Oh, all right,
I don't
no.
want to expose that.
He's in Fat Beach. He's on the cover, but he's I don't, th- he's very low listed in the cast, so he's probably hardly in it. I would watch Fat Beach because I don't have any. I remember of the cover in the video store. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
This
check that
movie,
out.
and I remember the cover in the video store. I've never seen it.
96.
If you have, Dan says, if you have the movie going and then have webcam overlay, people tune in, especially on the weekdays. They subscribe. Oh, then they subscribe. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I could see, I could see people tuning in just because they want to watch it, kind of want to watch the movie. That is a good way to get Twitch viewers. Oh, it was funny. I saw this one guy was posting stuff on one of my torrent sites, and I went through all his uploads, and it was just some of the funniest stuff because he was uploading all these porn movies from like the early 2000s, and some of these names are just hilarious. Like I saw it because it was the Breastford Wives. Some of these names are just hilarious. It's almost like that Clerk scene where they go through all the titles. Let's see. Anal Gate 1 Asshole Combustion. That's a good one there. Perv City University Anal Majors 6. Let's see. I'm going through this now. Lesbian Anal Workout 2. Hit it. Oh, this one's not good. Footsie Babes 21. I wonder if I could show these on Twitch. Mother Lover Society 12. They made 12 of those.
I don't know the rules. Like, do you know the
Jerk
rules?
Me Bitch. 2012. I'm going to. These poor names are great.
Does it have different rules than YouTube?
I think it does. It seems like they're a lot more open. They're not like, I
They're
mean,
looser.
YouTube is fucking Google, so they got the fucking alphabet sentinels that come after you. Gape tryouts 2. Your mom tossed my salad 9. White Kong Dong 15. They made 15 of those. Gotta say, I feel like when they were putting out porn DVDs, they were very creative in these things. It's true. They were very funny, creative. Like, and a lot of times literal. Gangbang Darlings. You know what you're getting there. Anal University 4, 1999. From teen ass to teen mouth 18. It's there at the ass and the mouth are both teens, so you can know right there. Anal workout 3. Anal booty cuties. that one rhymes really well. Okay, you're watching an R-rated movie on Twitch, so it's cool. Okay, well that's good then, because these are gonna be in that vein. A lot of these movies are. What about PCU, Leon? What do you think about that? Does this fall into the list? I don't know if you're there, but I'm actually thinking about it. PCU. I'll bring it back up. Yeah, these are some classic Cream Pie Cuties. Homewrecker 1 and 2. You can get a double pack there. Fit to Fuck 2015. Anal Cuties. There's a bunch of those. There's like 8 or 9. Who would have thought? There would be that many anal cuties. Leon, are you there? What do you think about PCU? PCU on the list? Not on the list? I think it should be. I think it should be. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to do though. I think that's gonna be the thing. I'm gonna connect my account. I have to find that. There is a way to connect your account to your Prime shit, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, we're also kind of winding down on WoW a little bit. It gets old a little bit. Like I've hit my stride. Also, like once you're grinding and getting gear and just taking so long, and it's a lot funner when you're doing PvP. And I've been in PvP now for fucking 59 minutes. Nothing's popping today. But yeah, these are some classic pornos here. You got some porno. Going back to this list. Beautiful Beauties 3. Satan's School for Lust, 2002. You know what? This DVD era of porn, they were good. This one's a little taboo. Um, and there are, let me look here. There are 6 of these. Horny grannies who love to fuck. The Breastford Wives. All right, yeah, I went through that one. Virgin of Sherwood Forest. Hey, Leland.
What?
PCU. Does this fall into the list?
I think so.
I feel like it has to, right?
Yeah. Actually, I think it's one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the ones everyone seems to like. Hey, we wouldn't have
Well,
got Mandalorian without PCU, right? No PCU, no Mandalorian.
actually, PCU's that's a big one. That's a good one. Damn.
What's John Favreau's name? Is it Gutter in that movie? I think his name's Gutter.
Yeah, he's got dreads, and he goes to see like fish or somebody, but gets really fucked up. He doesn't make it there.
Oh yeah, yeah, and George Clinton's in that. The Funky Bunch or
Parliament.
Parliament? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Funky Bunch is a different guy, white guy.
That's Marky Mark.
Yeah. Well, whatever happened to the Funky Bunch though? Did they? What happened? What was the Did they break up? Did they stay together?
I think he paid them off to like all just jump off a bridge collectively.
He paid him off to like get rid of that Asian hate crime stuff that's on his record.
Yeah,
You know about that, right? You know about that, right?
I know. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a whole burger franchise that wants to know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, apparently he tried
Wahlburgers.
to get it like erased from his arrest record, and like went to the family. They're like, no, we're not doing that. You need to still be on here saying that you're like a hate crime offender. Good. I think he like permanently. I think
It's
he had
too late.
permanently
Everyone
damaged the
knows
guy.
it. Like it's too late, man. You can't have something that's in the public consciousness erased, unless
Yeah.
you have like some Men in Black fucking plugin.
He had it. All right, so he was 16
Always
years
remember
old.
Mark did that.
Brutal assault on a Vietnamese man. Oh, and it was a transgender Vietnamese person. Oh my god, this is double now. Holy shit. That's big no now. It's a big if don't think so. So yeah, PCU definitely. Putting that one on the list. Got the trailer in there. Although I think we all kind of we've all probably seen that one. That was pretty popular on Comedy Central just to repeat over and over and over. How's the baseball tonight? Getting any dingers? Yeah, WoW is fucking dead tonight. I am not getting any pops here. Try to do some PvP. Let me see if my alliance character get in on PvP. Let me see. Yeah, we got some classics there. We got some classics going. Still trying to fill up the list. Look through some comedies.
I'm gonna mark up American Pie with the what I do for fantasy. It's the
Oh no,
green
no, don't put
symbol.
labels. Don't put that. That gets me confused. I guess you could do it on that one. So I guess we could start marking it up pre that could be peak. So anywhere around let's cut it off at 2006. That's peak. That's going to be the peak. Made a decision. Anywhere from 99 to 2006 is going to be peak. Peak boner.
Gotta get some like clips and sound bites from actors starring in some of these movies. You know, like Ryan Reynolds and Van Wilder, or Seth Green and Can't Hardly Wait.
Audio clips like they're like short. So yeah, we're going through boner comedies. Couple people watching. Maybe it's not from WoW. I'll say that. Gotta be from the boner talk. Start bringing
I
up
was
that
surprised
shit. Maybe it's because
Ryan
me
Reynolds
talking about
had a very
pornos.
good after seeing that first National Lampoon's Van Wilder movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting people's hopes up and boners. Boners and hopes are going up. Yeah, that's funny too when you that might have been weird going to see American Pie in like a theater and there's a bunch of boners, are happening in this movie. It's like going to a strip club. Everyone there has a boner. Weird. A lot of boners around the room. Fraternity Vacation. Okay, I put that one down. Have you heard of Mischief 1995? 1985. Mischief. Got Kelly Preston. You know Kelly Preston? Who's Kelly Preston? I'm trying to think who she is. Oh, she's like the naked girl in Jerry Maguire who he's fucking? Is that who Kelly Preston is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's weird.
she's married to John Travolta.
I was thinking about that movie, Jerry Maguire the other day, and I was thinking of that part. I was like, who is that girl that he's fucking? And, like against the refrigerator or something.
Yeah, but then she ditches him after he fucks
Oh
up.
yeah. Actually, I heard Air has a lot of well, not has some similarities to people were bringing up Jerry Maguire when they're talking about that movie.
Talking about what?
That movie Air. They were talking
Oh,
about Jerry Maguire. Kind of falls in the
okay.
similar category, I guess. Mischief 1984. So also all these trailers you could tell are like straight downloaded from a VHS copy. Nice when you see that shitty film grade graded over time. Joysticks 1983. Never heard of this. Oh, okay, Zapped. All right, yeah. Gotta start. I gotta put Zapped on here. What's the movie where is you know, ever seen Mannequin?
Yeah, that's with the guy from Bernie's. We Get a Bernie's.
You think that
Andrew
falls into
McCarthy.
this?
Boner comedy? Mm,
Searching for a vocation makes a mannequin so perfect he falls in love with it. Finding the mannequin in the store window.
yeah,
It's
I think so.
it's
I
weird
wouldn't want to leave it
science.
out.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
putting that one
I
on
wouldn't
mine.
want to leave it out.
Yeah, mannequin for sure. You know, I don't know why I've seen all these movies. I guess Comedy Central really put these things out. I've seen a lot of these movies.
We don't have weird signs.
Yeah, I know. We have to. I haven't even gotten there. You know, like, yeah. If you look at that list I have there, I'm sure it's at the bottom. We're look at, you know, we're in the less popular. This is like the hipster uh boner comedies movies. You know, only the hipsters know about these.
We're just trying to cover every single angle.
Yeah, like if you're a hipster, you're not in American Pie. You're into Transylvania 2009. You know,
Yeah.
or you don't like
Why?
you don't like you know, like you're not into Van Wilder. You're more into The Rise of Taj. Now that kind of thing. Tom Green is in Storm Days. Oh, we got to put Road Trip on here. Road Trip has to pop in.
No, your road trip has to be
Peak
on there.
Boner 2000. Peak Boner.
Well, what? No, I thought we classified American Pie as peak boner.
Oh, I'm saying Peak Boner. Period. Peak Boner is from 1999 to 2006.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the golden age.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the peak. You know, the peak of the peak, the tip of the
That's like when
erection
Nas and
is
Jay
American
Z both
Pie.
came out at the same time.
The tip of
Same
the
time,
boner is American
or
Pie.
Notorious B.G. Yeah, and Tupac same time.
Yep. Right. But the tip of the tip is American Pie. So you could do a lot of you could do a lot of penis jokes with this whole thing. So I just realized that. You could start throwing those in there. So if that's the tip of the if that is the tip of the peak,
Iceberg.
yes. What's like below the what's below the ball sack, like the gooch? Is that like some like it hot? Is that where it starts?
No, no, below the peak. Well, there's two things below the peak. There's the things that predated the peak, and then there's the things that came after that ripped it off.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking of like, I guess you could categorize this as like an erection. You know, he categorize as erection. The top of the cock is American Pie. Below the balls by the gooch is where it starts. I don't know. I guess
Oh,
that depends.
are people saying that?
I'm saying it.
Why are you making that parallel?
It's like I was just talking about, you know, when I was thinking of the peak of the peak, and I was thinking peak. You know, we're talking about peak boner. We're talking about the tip of the boner, the top.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know you were getting so visual with it. Yeah.
What? Yeah, if you start to
Well,
think
who's
about
the
it,
cum? Who's the
what is that?
semen that comes out of the penis?
That's the post. That's post
Or
boner.
who's the peak post?
That's Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill is basically the semen,
Jonah Hill.
and Michael Sarah.
You think Super Bad is like peak post?
Super Bad is at a weird time where I would definitely say it's post, but it's 2007. It was probably made in 2006, so it came from that peak time. I think it's what took us to the post. Super Bad.
I don't know. It feels more like it like revitalized a dead genre more
Well,
than anything.
I mean, that's I guess am I?
Given what came out around it, which is like nothing.
Yeah, but then it's like what did really come after it? Sex Drive. the year after, which is kind of the same movie.
Right. So that's why Superbad is
Still fitting in
the
peak time. I don't
that
know.
era. That's something we have
I
to
think it was The
look into
Last
because I
Breath.
feel like there had to be something else.
Like Hot Tub Time Machine. Also, that's super post. To me, that's super post.
Yeah,
That's
because the
2010.
whole
That's
plot of the
2010.
movie is like referencing old things that have already happened,
Yeah.
like the Elway Drive.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. How's your team starting off? Are you winning the week now that it's been 2 weeks?
It's like a week and a half. Um, I got one team doing good, and then the others are like 50-50 because my pitching's been really bad. My ratios are fucked.
Well, isn't that
I
kind
had
of
one
something
guy
that?
give up. I had this guy, Sir Anthony Dominguez, on the Phillies, give up 4 earned runs in 0 innings.
Oh, damn. Jesus.
Yeah, so he like completely destroyed my shit.
Oh,
It
did
could have
you
been
just get
worse
like?
too.
Did he come
Four
in
of
with
them
like
earned.
bases loaded or some shit? He came in with bases loaded and
I
like gave
don't.
it
I
all up.
don't even know what the fuck happened. I'm just looking at the box score.
Had
But
to be
he
like
gave up.
that.
He gave up 4 earned runs and 6 unearned runs.
Hmm.
So it could have been even worse. Did not record an out.
God damn, that sucks.
Yeah, pitching's weird, man. It's like hard to keep track of this shit sometimes. It's like too much happens.
This one, all right. So this one is a trauma movie. I'm wondering if this can be counted because they're always pretty.
Trauma? Hmm.
Yeah, it's called The First Turn On. About your first kiss, your first glimpse of wet t-shirts, counselor's butt. So it's a camp movie.
Trauma's too self-aware.
Yeah, I exactly. They knew what they were trying to do. They were so yeah. But that's also like kind of what I feel about Wet Hot American Summer. Like knew what it was doing, even though it falls into the category. All right, Euro Trip, 100% list.
Yeah,
That's
that feels right
it's
along
in the
the
peak peak time.
That's the thing, though. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, I guess you have to use like a 5 to 10. I mean, 1 to 5 uh, year tiering of the
Well,
2000s
I think
to separate.
we could stretch it to maybe I guess should we say 99 to 2005?
No, no, no. I think
2006.
from 2005 2010 it gets weird because uh, the Euro Trip came out closer to Superbad than I thought.
Yeah, well, not really. I mean, yeah. I mean, I actually thought Superbad was a little older than it was. Or, I mean, I'm sorry,
Right.
a
That's what
little
I'm saying.
newer. I thought Superbad was more
Yeah.
like 2010. I didn't realize it was
So I think we
2007.
need to find something after Superbad to represent that time period more.
Or Superbad just the beginning of the post era. Like
I don't know. It's
I think it
kind of still
is.
pretty close. I feel like there's stuff that came afterwards that we're
Well, there's
forgetting
always
about.
like it's like a 19. Like you ever notice like a 1989 movie can sometimes feel like the 90s, but then a lot other ones will feel super 80s. It's sort of that. It's a transition. It's in that transition zone. That feels newer than it is. That's why it
Yeah, it's just a
does.
weird. It's a weird transition zone, being 2005 to 10 kind of thing.
I'm putting that as the start of the post. Jocks, 1987. I think I have this movie on. Yeah, I definitely do. This is
What's
a
that
total.
movie where the girl has like a diary and takes notes about everyone?
Uh, that's not ringing a bell. Is it a college movie?
It's the movie that the girl from Eurotrip starred in.
Which girl from Europe?
The younger sister of the nerdy guy with the fanny packs.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
That called 17 again? I don't think I don't really know her films. Are these even films though? That's another question. Like, are these films or what are these? Are you talking about Harriet the Spy? Your
Yeah,
di-
that's it.
oh,
Motherfucker. Yeah.
I was gonna, but then that's not like okay. I thought you were talking about one of these movies. That doesn't, yeah. But I know. I was thinking like that's what she's from.
No, yeah, I wasn't even talking boner comedies anymore. I
Oh,
was like
okay,
trying to remember where the fuck I saw this person from.
okay. I thought you were talking that. All right, I
Yeah,
was
Harry the
confused
Spy. Fuck that
because I know
movie.
she's from that.
That insidious bitch.
I was thinking, I was like, oh, a diary with a like she talks about her sex life diary or something. That's what I was thinking. like I wasn't thinking about the fucking kid with the purple socks diary shit. Cave Girl, 1985. God damn it! Really, when you start breaking this down, there's just so many of these shitty ones. These shitty, like, kind of sex comedies from the 80s. It really is like, but they're all like crap. School Spirit, 1985. 1985 seems to be a big time. The Wildlife. Didn't we watch The Wildlife? Did we watch that as far as
Yeah,
didn't
it's
we
one of the Pens. Penn Brothers.
No, no, no. Oh no. Oh yeah. We watched that. That one was actually I thought that was kind of good. Right?
Yeah, we fucking reviewed that whole. We like watched that live and commented on the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, that one's something we should talk about that cuz then we could say how we like,
Oh, we've watched
put a
some
link in the
boner
description.
comedies in the past.
Oh yeah, we have.
Would you consider The Pest a boner comedy?
No,
It's
that's
too weird.
when you were talking about gross out comedies, I would put The Pest in there.
Well, yeah, that's the whole like
That's where
intersection of the two.
that's where I would also put Freddy Got Fingered.
But we should mention that, like how gross out comedies and boner comedies are almost like related.
Yeah. Yep. It's rather yeah, it's true cuz it's like you got like the
But they're
dick and then
different.
the fart joke. That's like there's like dick jokes, there's fart jokes. They're similar to each other but different. And that's like like if gross out is more the fart joke, where the boner comedies are more the dick joke.
Hmm.
The tale as old as time. I wonder if Shakespeare had boner comedies that were in mind. See him sitting down there quilling out boner comedy, boner play. Meatballs. What about that? What about the Meatball series? I feel like if you're gonna do Police Academy,
Yeah, I feel like any camp type of thing you could probably fit in
have you seen Meatballs, the first movie?
with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. It's like this really depressed kid, and they hang out the whole time. It's not that funny.
Yeah, it's just kind of a good movie.
I don't know. I don't really like it.
No, you know, like I like Ivan Reitman. I think that was pre Ghostbusters, only by a little bit.
That's Hal Ramis.
Oh no, it was Ivan Reitman, the director. Harold Ramis
Oh,
just wrote Ghostbusters, but Ivan Reitman directed it.
who wrote Meatballs?
It looks like Len Blum, Dan Goldberg. So some Jews there.
Who's the guy from Entourage that's the agent who plays the agent?
Oh, the fucking PCU dude. What's his name? He disappeared
I
off
know
the
that's what
face of
I'm
the
trying to
earth.
put in right now.
Yeah, what the fuck's his name? He always actually very good anytime he's in stuff. Oh, what is his fucking Ari Gold was the character.
Yeah, I put that in as the note. We'll figure it
Jeremy
out eventually.
Jeremy Piven. Jeremy
Well,
Girl Next Door. Okay. Gotta go in here.
yeah, we had that already. We mentioned that.
Yeah, we talked about it, but we didn't get it on the list. Like I'm actually putting it on the list. I mean, we're already at 46 movies. And counting. There's more coming. All right, Zap got Bayo. Gotta put that on there. Zapped again. I have to put that one on there too. Gotta go.
There's two zaps.
There's two Zaps. I actually think I seen the second Zap more. It's called Zapped again.
Fittingly.
Yeah. I think Zapped again was set in like I mean they were getting meta with it. It was set in like Berlin, the fucking Cold War.
Interesting.
Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe the first one was. Maybe I'm thinking of an entirely different movie. Actually, I might be. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of an entirely different movie. It was with the kid who was oh, Rusty in European Vacation. He had a movie. You know how like that one's the different kids.
Michael
No,
Peroli?
no. European Vacation. Different. He was like a taller redhead kid. His name was Justin Lively. He was in Night of the Creeps. You ever seen Night of the Creeps?
Yeah, with slugs.
Yeah, he was in that. He's like the main character in that.
Hmm.
Like a nerdy redhead looking dude.
Yeah, the movie's good.
What is that movie though? Is
That'd be a good remake. I wouldn't mind if somebody did that.
oh yeah, Night of the Creeps. I think it might have been. It might have happened actually.
I never came across it.
Shit, man, what is this fucking movie? I might have dreamt up this movie. Maybe when I was in a different reality. Rock and Roll High School Forever. Corey Feldman movie. You ever heard of that one? He's like, oh man, this is actually interesting. Ooh, wow, that's a sad existence there, Corey Feldman.
You think you should end it?
End the list or the stream?
No, end his life.
Oh, oh no, I don't think that. I wouldn't condone that.
Well, the way you're talking about it felt like it was fatal.
Oh yeah.
Corey Feldman? No, he's got a lot to live for. He's got new music coming out, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna freak people out with that music. Remember who's getting made fun of really hard for something? I think he performed. I think he performed the song, and everyone was making fun of him so much. Got to a point where I kind of felt bad.
No, he has a whole band and he's released complete albums.
Yeah, but wasn't there like
He
a
does like this
performance?
weird Michael Jackson type of thing.
There was like a performance where everyone was making. I think it was on the. I think it was on the Today Show. Everyone was like super making fun of him for that. Yeah, I found it. Let me put it in the chat here. He's like in a almost like a chainmail looking black hood, and all his band are angels that are women.
Yeah. Man.
And I'm just listening. I'm just like watching it on mute and just going through it and like, wow, he's
They're not even
embarrassing.
playing.
Oh, I doubt they're playing it. The, oh well,
Oh, no, never mind. Now they are.
then a guy
Oh my
come
god.
black guy
What is
comes
he
out,
doing?
rap. Ooh,
This is fucking scary.
yeah, it's like watching someone. It's because it's like watching someone have a breakdown. Period, and like taking advantage of someone who's got a breakdown. Not right.
Ugh,
Ooh, ooh.
man. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Sucks. He's getting exploited.
Oh yeah.
He's like a weird white Michael Jackson impersonator with a horrible concept.
Yeah, and I think he, was I think he was friends with Michael.
Why choose this? Like he could have like saved some money and just like put out like he didn't need a whole band. You know what I mean? Like you could just put out shitty tracks
Yeah,
with like somebody producing it.
or else you
Like
could
why'd
do
you have to
kind
make
of,
a whole like horrible group?
or you can do like kind of what Johnny Depp does, where it's
Oh
like,
man, he's such an idiot.
you can get some famous people to make like a super band and then he just is like a singer and he doesn't have to do much. Like
Yeah,
that's what he should have
yeah, this
done.
shit sucks.
Should have took the Chris Jericho route. Just become like a shitty singer and have like more of a legit band behind you that are actual musicians.
I didn't know he was a singer.
Oh well, I guess you could call it that. His band is called Fozzy.
If it's making money, you can call it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they tour. He makes money with it.
Then he's a singer.
He's like
He's more
always
of a
like
singer than most people who can actually sing.
yeah, he's like going off like a hair metal vibe. They're like a modern age hair metal vibe. They
Yeah, he's got on some weird shit, man. He looks
yeah,
like
he
almost like
does.
steampunk Michael Jackson Hot Topic. But who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, the black guy that comes out, I have no clue. He seems to know him.
Rerun? Is
Yeah,
that Rerun?
I was like I feel like it has to be someone who's somewhat kind of famous.
Wait, they're gonna start pop locking, aren't they?
They're gonna start pop. Yeah,
Oh man, this is horrible.
sad. Yeah.
Why are you doing this to all of us right now?
Oh man.
Why are you subjecting us to this disgusting shit?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. He really does think he can dance like Michael Jackson, but he really can't. It's like he can't pull
Ugh,
off these moves.
fuck.
Also, he kind of
Oh
looks like a
man.
vampire with like the outfit. It's like a vamp.
Yeah, I know there's like so much going on. Too much. Oh wow, he's doing like a lot of hip thrusting and
Yeah, he thinks
he's
he's like a
scary, man. He's
vampire.
fucking scary.
Yeah, he really thinks he can dance. This is also happens when you're rich and like no one wants to tell you that like, yo, you're not good at this. Because everyone's
Yeah,
like,
but people are showing up
no,
though
but
to
everyone's
watch
like,
it.
don't tell Corey that he's bad at this. He's paying for lunch. He's having us all over. He's paying for lunch. We can't say like, hey, you're bad. Like I think that's the what's happening here. He's paying for all these women's lunch.
No, he's probably for like all their housing.
Yeah, they probably live with them.
Can we
Although,
fast forward this? Like, this is what
oh
is
well,
this?
you could watch it on your own time, in your own interest, and however you want to do it.
I don't have any. I feel like I'm being like this is some kind of like level of hell.
You think just in hell they just play Corey
So, like,
Feldman videos over and over?
Corey Feldman footage.
Hey, he's got a net worth of $1 million.
Wow, that's 1 million more than I thought.
Yeah, but
I
he's
thought he
in
was in debt to where he was like suicidal and having to do this kind of stuff instead.
I mean, he's in some properties that made a shit ton of money. I mean, he always talked about how
How do you know that?
dude,
You
look
have
at the
like his
movie.
real estate records?
He was in fucking Goonies, like he was in huge
I know what the
movies.
fuck he was in, but people burn through that money.
Corey
Professional
Feldman,
athletes can kill that money off in like 2 years.
he was in The Burbs, Ninja Turtles with the voice actor. He was Michelangelo voice, I'm pretty sure. Or one of them.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like he was
He's a big
Stand
deal.
by Me, like he was in big ass movies. Lost
Yeah,
Boys.
I remember that. Yeah, he's an asshole in that.
Yeah, I mean he's in serious big movies. He either like wasted all his money away or was getting ripped off by agents, which I think he's always said that, but I don't know if you ever
They
trust these
talk a lot of
people.
shit, but yeah, it seems believable.
Yeah, I mean he did say he was big into drugs, so
Well, he didn't need to say it.
yeah, no, he was like one of those child drug addict kind of thing. Like Drew Barrymore, I think was addicted to cocaine before she was 12 or something, like crazy.
Yeah, but she made good.
Yeah, she seems actually pretty normal. She married Tom Green. That's
No,
pretty
like
that's
she
pretty
never
normal,
really
right?
she never really had that like impact anything. She had a huge peak and then still maintained like a bunch of shit afterwards. Never really
Yeah,
felt completely off.
I think she actually also still produces like a lot of stuff. I think she is pretty successful. So, yeah. I think Magnolia Films um was her production company. I'm pretty sure it was. Magnolia Pictures. Okay, no, never mind. It's Mark Cuban's production company. I don't know. You watch Shark Tank?
I've seen it.
Have you seen it? Like
Oh,
you watch it?
I thought you were streaming the Corey Feldman clip you shared me.
Oh no, I was just showing it to you.
Oh God.
You watched it on your own. You watched it on
Ugh.
your own time.
Oh my God. I feel that much worse about it.
Yeah.
I thought I'd collectively share that experience with all the viewers.
No. I mean, I linked it in the chat, so
All right, I'm
in
gonna
our
get you back for that.
yeah, I mean,
You're gonna see fucking Ted Danson take a shit or something. Just wait.
Corey Feldman and the Angels, man.
Yeah.
Get their album.
Yeah. Uh.
I mean, did you
I don't know
listen
why
to
he
it?
like got a whole group. Like just get like a shitty producer to make stuff, and then you sing over it.
Yeah. Here's the a music
You do
video.
all that.
You want more Corey? This is official video release from his official YouTube channel. Oh, the
Like I
Angels
say,
are in this.
Girl Next Door is
You know who's in this? Samwise Gamgee is in this video. Good old Samwise. I mean, I get, maybe he felt like, oh god, I gotta go see Corey. He's off his fucking rocker to take him down a notch. He's paying for lunch. You know what? Good on Sean Astin. Probably is still friends with him just because this guy's nuts.
Sean Astin from Boy Meets World.
Sean Astin from Rudy and Samwise Gamgee.
Oh, I thought
Goonies
is there
too.
more than
So
one?
no, Boy Meets World. His name is
Sean Austin.
Who are you talking about? Which character in Boy Meets World? Ryder Strong.
The guy from Cabin Fever.
Yeah, Ryder Strong. Got a porno name.
Yeah, Ryder. Wow.
And honestly, you know what? I think it's
What
his
the
real name. I
fuck?
think it's his real name
Oh,
too.
that never clicked before, and I watched so much Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
Why
it
the
always would
fuck?
say it too.
Isn't that's like a Disney
Oh
generated
God,
name?
that is legitimately his born name.
Hmm.
Born. Wow.
Born and bred.
Oh wow. You know what's weird? His his dad name was King Arthur Strong, King Strong, and he's Ryder King Strong. Interesting family. Probably they're from San Francisco, so they got that California in them. Risky Business. I'm putting on the list. Has to be on there. Good movie. Hots.
No, we
Hots.
talked about Risky Business
Did we watch
as
Hots? I thought we might have watched that movie. I think I might have just downloaded it.
what's the plot?
The plot is college exploration film focusing on the wild escapades of the women of Hots sorority. The antics include, and certainly not limited to, but a wet t-shirt contest, skydiving episode, plenty of fraternity boys, and even a housekeeping robot. And the
No,
girls
I
of
never heard. I never saw that.
I think I was trying to get us to watch this or something. Actually, yeah, this is this is like right after the success of Animal House. This is 1979. You could tell it's like trying to be it, but it's like the girl version. I'm putting the trailer in the. Looks good though. Bunch of naturally busty 70s women. Can't complain with that. That all changed in the 80s. And that's another thing. Also, you could talk about the plastic surgery time that goes with a lot of the stuff in the like the probably like the
What happened to
90s.
Alicia Cuthbert?
She married a hockey player.
I know, but like she's not really in that many movies.
I think she like I want to say that she said the wrong thing and got blackballed.
For what?
She might have said like, "Oh, like Hollywood's not that great to be in" or something like that. I feel like I remember her saying that, and that kind of like killed her career. That's what you do. Like
Some did.
yeah, I mean, something did. Maybe she like got like touched or something and was like sued under the sued under the table, and then that word got around like, "Oh, this bitch is gonna sue if you touch her," and that's the end.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like uh, she's like not cool with it. Yeah.
Well, and there's also always been a word that a child actor who's super famous, who was like touched as a kid, eventually sued, and then kind of got blackballed in the industry. And a lot of people think it's Tobey Maguire. Because remember how popular he was for a while, and now you just like you don't see him in anything. Because I think he won a lawsuit
No, he
as
was
an.
in Babylon.
Oh yeah, was he? Was he?
That Damien whatever shit that just came out with Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, and he's one
Yeah,
of the
but
major characters.
it looks like
Mhm.
Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie are like. No, he's. I'm not seeing him in it actually. He's not listed. No, he's not in it.
Yeah, saw him in the trailer. Look at his IMDb,
Oh,
not the
yeah, he's in it. Yeah. But not, not as big as he was. Where he was getting like leading man characters. Guy's Spider Man. All right, Revenge of the Nerds has to be on the list. Surprised we haven't got it in there already.
I'm putting all my notes in.
Oh, Eurotrip is definitely peak. That would be 2004. I'm looking at your notes here. I can answer your question. This Hots is really up on the list. Oh, did we talk about Fast Time? Is that already on our list? All right, that's early on.
It's on the list, but
Yeah, it's on the list. It's also one of those movies that kind of transcends the, like, when you're talking about rules of attraction, kind of transcends the category.
wait, do we have that on there?
I'm glad I brought it up because I'm putting it on now.
We talked about it on the stream.
Yeah.
That's why I got to go back and rewatch that because we mentioned a whole bunch of shit I forgot about.
Yeah.
That feels like that's almost meta.
Yeah. Oh, did we decide if we should put Swingers on or no? Yeah, there's not enough tits in that movie. They just talk about it the whole time.
Heather Graham's in it,
Yeah.
but she's not like
Naked in it. Yeah.
No.
Wait, she's naked in something though. What is she naked in? Boogie Nights?
Yeah, and a bunch of other weird movies probably, but Swingers is too serious of a movie.
What about this?
It takes it too serious.
What about this one? I just put it in. Wedding Crashers, 2005.
Yeah, I mean,
It's got to be on there.
that's the thing is like that time period, we really don't have a lot, so we got to like almost stretch it out and reach a little bit on what constitutes being next to it. Because yeah, it's like if we don't use that, there's like nothing. There's not a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of 80s stuff.
80s, 90s, and like 2001 to 3. Not even like.
I'm putting on Don John because it's post boner.
Yeah, that's meta though. That's like, I feel like post and like there's like post shit and there's like meta stuff too, where like it like parodies it.
Let the Game Begin. Have you ever heard of this one?
No.
Oh no, I've never heard of it. Stephen Baldwin's in it. Yuck. Yuck.
Biodome.
You think that's what you think that's what Hollywood casting agents say when they hear Stephen Baldwin's name on the list? They're like, oh, yuck. Don't get him.
Do you think Biodome's a boner comedy?
Dude, that's an interesting. Fuck. I would say yes. Also, especially how they're just trying to fuck those girls the whole time. Like that's their main goal is to fuck Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, she's the one of the scientists in there. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that movie is. You could probably put any Pauly Shore movie as a boner comedy.
You know what? As soon as you said Biodome, I looked at his IMDb for that same exact thought. Like, I feel like I could put, can I put Encino Man on there? I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh God, he was in Animals. Good casting, Phil. Getting Pauly Shore, sunk low. Son-in-law.
I'm trying to.
I don't know.
Like a designation for stuff like Wedding Crashers, where it's like a soft boner rom-com.
Yeah, it's not raw.
Right, but it fits. It's like the adult version of a boner.
Yeah,
adult boner. Yeah, let me add that actually.
You know what's funny is someone goes to the stream to watch WoW and just gets all this boner talk. Like they're like, I tried to watch WoW, but all they were talking about was boners.
You were showing people what we're looking at. I didn't know we were just looking at you standing in Stormwind.
Yeah, I'm standing in Stormwind. Yeah, I'm in queue.
No, we have like one of those voiceover YouTube channels where somebody's playing a shooter and runs around and talks a bunch of shit about people.
Yeah, I mean that's a thing. It's basically a podcast, but then you have a game.
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, I didn't.
I've seen it happen.
have the stream open to know what you're showing. I thought you were showing the Excel sheet.
You know what? I think Biodome counts, but a lot of the other Polyshore stuff, I think you can kind of rule out.
Well, I just put a note just to think about it because
Yeah.
I have to like go back and look at what he did.
Well, I mean, there's Son-in-Law, there's In the Army Now, and then there's Encino Man. It was a short.
Son-in-law is with Paolo Gugino, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of not like
She
it's a
looks
Pauly
so
Shore
good.
move. Those are
Carla
their own
Gugino
beast.
like aged very well too. Do you
Yeah,
ever see
she did.
Snake Eyes? With,
Well, dude, she's
Nicolas Cage?
fucking. I mean, there's some medical science
In
behind
Spy
that aging.
Kids, she's the mom in Spy Kids.
She's got like huge fake tits. She's got a lot of plastic surgery.
They're fake?
Yes, I saw her in
Oh.
person. I saw her in person at Comic-Con when she was talking about.
They don't look fake.
They are.
How do you know?
I can tell you. It's like Seinfeld, man. I know. You know they are.
But she's kind of like thick. You know, she's like kind of not like fat, but like I thought they could have been real.
Yeah, I don't think so. Also, her face is pretty. Like, because I saw her in person, you could tell like her face has some plastic surgery.
Yeah, I mean, it feels pretty standard. It's almost like you have to do it, whether you want to or not.
I mean, I definitely think it works with her though. It's not like bad, you know. It's not like. Yeah, she's got some plastic surgery. Yeah, you could search it. You can see it. Here, I'll put this link in here for you to check out. You can see what she used to. I mean, back in Son-in-Law, she definitely did not have anything like that. But you can see some enhancements there for sure. Certainly has that. Let me look through this list. What women want? Oh my god, no. Not that's like a fucking it's like turning your boner inside out. Anything with Helen Hunt just makes boners hide. Boner kill, that's a whole other genre too. Boner
No,
killers.
what women want might be like a reverse.
Is that proto clitcom?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like almost like reverse psychology.
I have to say that clitcom comment.
That's a paradox.
Yeah, that guy, how did I not come up with that?
Yeah, Mel Gibson he's into some fucked up shit. You know?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days? 100% clitcom.
Yeah, definitely. It's
What
like
about
the cucks. That's a cuck. That's a cuck's like a simp cuck. Fucking, you know.
What about this one? I'm putting it on the list, and I don't know if it really fits. 40-year-old virgin.
Oh, that feels like a boner comedy.
Yeah, because especially it's like the whole goal is to have sex, right? Like, isn't that like
Knocked Up? Knocked Up should be there too.
that's that one. I don't know. I would
That's a
actually
boner
say
comedy.
I would say that's clitcom.
Yeah, you're right.
I
It's
would
too dramatic and romantic.
I think if Katherine Heigl's in it, it just moves right over to the clit comedy.
Yeah, she's got a huge
cunt com, really. To tell you the truth, more like cunt com on that one.
Yeah, her clit's like a water balloon.
Yeah. She I think she talked all this shit on something and then got blackballed. She got blackballed for something.
On them for doing Knocked Up.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I'm looking at it. She said that the movie was that the women in the movie were humorless and uptight, and it was sexist. And that was that was enough to end her career.
Yeah, but if she said that now, she'd have been like probably praised and championed.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's funny. She was just a couple years too late.
Toto, yeah. She picked the wrong time to pick that battle.
Her agent was probably watching it like, shh, Catherine.
Oh, here's something interesting. Mira Sorvino and Ashley Judd were gonna be in Lord of the Rings, and Peter Jackson was pressured into dropping both of them because they were trying to sue Harvey Weinstein. So he had to drop them because that's like, you know what? I'm actually kind of glad because I don't see. I mean, I guess all right. So let's see. Ashley Judd was going to play Arwen,
Yeah.
and Mira Sorvino was going to play. Mira Sorvino was probably going to
No.
play Kate Blanchett's part. Is that what that means?
No.
I'm kind of happy then.
No.
Who would Mira Sorvino play? It had to have been Galadriel.
I know, it's a weird fit.
That's weird as shit. Oh my god. I mean, I can kind of see it because she's a little more like prettier than Kate Blanchett, but I think Kate Blanchett has like a weird kind of look to her too that made her more feel like supernatural elf look. Ashley Judd, I get that could have worked for Arwen. Oh man, that's so weird. You know, also there was a guy. There was a guy who was gonna play Aragorn, who pretty much they had him up until like a week before starting, and then Peter Jackson's like, "No, fuck that. I'm getting Viggo Mortensen." It was let's see, what was the name? It's so weird too. Like it would have been so somewhat different. Stuart Townsend. I've never heard of this guy. Let's see if I know anything he's in. You might know who this guy is. I'm putting him. Let's see if you know who this is. I think I've seen him in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but I don't really remember.
He's in this vampire movie with Aaliyah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Queen of the
yeah. I remember that. I don't remember him, but I remember that movie.
Other than that, I don't know. I
Well,
put some notes in, by the way. I fixed up the Biodome one.
Okay, I mean that would have been fuck. That would have been so weird.
Do you get the whole like rapey vibe thing though that I'm referring to?
Yeah. It's funny. I'm reading. I feel bad. Like Peter Jackson said, he really wanted to cast both of them, and then really did. He really wanted Ashley Judd for Arwen. She flew to New Zealand, and they showed her all the creative, the boards, the costumes, everything. They showed her the sets. So she was there, and then Harvey derailed that shit. That sucks. Actually, we're both in a movie called Norma Jean and Marilyn together. Ashley Judd and her. A TV movie. 1996. Interesting. I'm looking at Hollywood Blackball stuff too. Gina Carano, she got blackballed because of Disney. Oh yeah, not another teen movie. Putting that on the list. Did I put that in yet? I did. Okay. Friends with Benefits, ClickCom. Sex tape? Oh, what about Zack and Miri? You agree?
Yeah. I mean they're older, but like the cast and demo feels older, but I feel like it still qualifies.
Yeah. That's postponer. That's also like right at the, typical Kevin Smith getting on a wave that's too late. Like all his movies now. No strings.
Put in a note for Don John.
No strings attached is 100% ClickCom. This is 40, the same thing. Bridget's Own Diary. That's like the start of it almost.
No, that's clip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's almost if you're talking about early stuff with
That's
that.
post clip. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's proto clip.
Yep.
What about uh?
Sex is Zero. This is the movie that is Korean, but it is totally it's totally trying to go off this vibe. And it uses the "We Got the Beat" song for the trailer, which is very much an obvious homage to Fast Times.
The Bangles or the Go Go's?
Yeah, I think that's them. Did they have other? Did they have other good things, or was that just it?
Um, well, if you like surf punk, you'll like them, and like
Okay,
girl group vocals.
because they're like their sound is good. You know, they have like a nice
Well,
sound
you
to them.
remember Best Coast that came out?
Yeah,
That was like a good uh like isolation insulation of that sound for a new audience. You know. So if you heard that, then you kind of know what the Go Go's are about, which is like surf rock with Beach Boys type of vocal layering.
so I'm putting in these two Sex Zero Korean movies just to have it on the list. They're gonna go under the Asian small boner category. Boat trip? Does this count? They're trying. I mean, their main goal is to try to fuck the girls, pretend to be gay. This is kind of like,
I thought we already decided that Road Trip was like peak.
no, boat trip, boat trip.
Oh, boat. Oh, that's almost like
It's got to be on the
a little
list.
bitty.
No, it's got to be on the list because if we're talking
It's all
about,
the, like gay stuff and trans stuff.
but here's the
Into it.
thing: cross dressing to get pussy. On the other, this is a similar thing.
Oh, you're
This is the
right.
same
You know
thing,
what?
pretending to be gay.
Yeah, hold on. We need like a whole section of like here.
That is a whole thing.
Yeah, I added a new like column for fake gay stuff.
Yeah, that falls into there.
Some Like It Hot is the uh I think it's the originator.
Okay, yeah, I'm putting
What is
in.
Jurassic?
That's gonna be for the categories of like Some Like It Hot. That's the Jurassic boner. That's taking it back even before Proto.
But how much proto is there? You know,
There's
like
a
if
lot
there's not a
because
lot,
no,
you
there's
can
a
just
lot,
lump it
dude.
together.
There's a lot because
Oh,
I'm gonna say like so many of these. If we're saying the peak time is American Pie, then that means
they're proto 70s.
like
Yeah, yeah.
70s is proto, 80s and 90s is pre. Peak is that 99 to 2006. Post is anything above. I think that works. What about that movie you were talking about? That X movie? Was it called X? Not X. It was like a club movie.
A club.
It was like a club. Generation X or something like that. I don't know what it was. You were talking about it yesterday. It's kind of like just a party the whole time.
Oh, Project X.
Project X.
That's post boner.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's like
just
neo boner.
right.
That's what I was saying. Like
Well,
I feel
that's
like they need
post.
like a neo boner, like Jurassic. Neo is Jurassic.
Dude, actually, it goes back. It's only 2012, so it's still old now.
Yeah, but that's the only thing we have post 2010.
No, we have some. We got that. We have Hot Tub Time Machine. We have
That's not 2000.
Don
That's
John.
post 2010.
Yeah, Hot Tub Time Machine's 2010. It's really late. I would also, like I
Oh,
said, also I would say Super Bad is the start of the post. That's 2007. Transylvania. But then there's some other. There's a bunch of National Lampoons that kind of fall into that. Zach Miri. Yeah, we got some. The Graduate. Oh God, how we don't have that on the list. Got to go on there. This is super. That's like the first proto, almost what I would say. Is The Graduate. In-Betweeners. Oh, have you ever seen The In-Betweeners? It's actually pretty funny. It's a show, but this has to go on there actually.
yeah. I didn't think about TV at all.
Yeah, see, it's like I think we could. It's something that it'll fill our post category a little bit because it's such a. It's all about fucking like almost everything they talk about is like sexual and shit. Saw like a clip too of them. Yeah, it was like a long best of kind of clip, and it
Well,
was
if we're mixing in TV, then we could do like what's that TV show with Eric Andre and that white guy, that Canadian white guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's on FX. It was on FX. Eric Andre and
Oh, I hated that
that.
show so much.
Yeah, it
With
sucked.
Jay Baruchel or whatever.
But does that constitute as a boner comedy?
Well, what about She's Out of My League? That does.
Does it? I mean, this feels like just like a rom com.
Yeah, that's like the pussy wedding
That's
crashers
what
kind
I
of
get
thing.
confused about. Is like, is something a rom com, or it has to like cross over into a level of degradation that becomes
Yeah, I'm
porn?
putting. That's also like I would say because it's so rom-commy, it probably falls more into that click com kind of
And it's too dramatic. Yeah,
category.
it's too
Yeah, it's
strong.
like it's a little too.
Cucked.
Yeah,
It's a cucked comedy.
yeah, it is. It definitely is. I can't deny that. Yeah, doesn't
Yeah,
fit.
Jay Baruchel is like the poster boy of getting sent.
Yeah, yeah, God, yeah. I'm not a fan. All
Well, no one
pass.
is. That's why his career is kind of where it's at. You know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. What about like Get Him to the Greek? I never saw it, but
Um,
post super bad, and it has Jonah Hill in it.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, oh wait, what about Entourage?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
if you're gonna start doing like if you're gonna
yeah.
mix
Then
in
maybe
television,
we
like why
shouldn't.
is Entourage not
I
in?
think then we got to take up. You know what? I want to put In Betweeners there just because I think it
I
just
think
fits.
we should just keep it to film, man, because when you're starting to go into like a whole like then we could like bring in like Married with Children, you know.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Okay.
I know you're making it too complex. Then it should just be film, no
Yeah.
television.
Oh God, this one's got to be on here. Shit, this has slipped
What?
me the whole time. Put it in right now. Old school.
Maybe.
It's a frat movie. Oh, here's one. I don't like it, but it's called Neighbors. with Zac Efron.
Oh yeah, that's Seth Rogen.
And I think
Yep,
there might even be two of them.
that's a good Neo. That's like almost a like an Animal House ripoff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one too. All right, so there's two. It's called Sorority Rising. We got to put that. That's got to go in there too.
Well, no, there's two. There's the male version, and then there's the female with the girl from Kick Ass, who's Nicholas.
Chloe Moritz or something.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, and Rose Byrne's in it. You don't see her a lot.
Wait, what about the Baywatch remake?
Hmm.
The Baywatch
Yeah,
remake.
you know what? Because the whole point of that is,
That's gotta be a boner comment. That's
yeah,
like a Neo boner.
yep, that's got to be on the list.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't you think we should have like a?
Well, I mean, we're adding to our newer ones, which is good. We definitely are.
It's
Along,
hard to come up with newer ones.
what about this one?
I feel
Along
like
Came Polly. I don't know if I would. Ah,
it's too
it's too
clean.
romantic. Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
rom com. That's a rom com for
Uh,
sure.
no, it's not like that disgusting.
Same with that Just Friends. I would also say it's just kind of rom com. Adventureland. Did we talk? Didn't we say maybe that one can fall in here?
Mm, I don't know. I mean,
I've never seen it because I don't like that guy.
it's
So
more like depressing, and it's not that raunchy or funny. I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh, I'm now getting that Chasing Amy's on the list. I see that does not fit into this.
No, that's.
Um.
I feel like those are too serious of movies.
Yes. They're putting Annie Hall on here. Come on.
No, what the fuck?
It says sex comedies this list, but this is not a sex
Yeah,
comedy.
yeah, but we're talking about sex comedies that have like no self-respect or
Yeah.
dignity.
Right. I think that's an Oscar-winning movie. So, yeah, we're not doing that. I think it won the Oscar, right? Did Annie Hall win the Oscar?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it won Best Picture in 1978. Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Original Screenplay, Best Director. He like won everything that for that shit. Um, Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
Uh, I
It's
mean,
a little too romantic,
there's
right?
some, but I don't know how much of like a boner
Yeah,
comedy it
no,
is.
it doesn't fit the vibe.
But I mean, Scarlett Johansson and Penelope Cruz in a threesomes should be mentioned.
Yeah, but it's just
Maybe it
not enough
is.
to.
Maybe it's not like a boner comedy, but it's like a male fantasy, uh, almost like those like novels that women buy where like Fabio's on the cover.
Well, I kind of think that's what
Like
this is,
that.
though. That's why I'd almost say this is more. You're gonna get a female audience from this movie more. You know?
A guy having sex with two women and a female's relating to it.
I kind of think it's going more for that. I don't know.
That's interesting. That's a weird dynamic.
I would say this. Who do you think? Who do you think went and saw Vicky Cristina in Barcelona in the theater? I bet you it was more women.
I don't know. Like art douchebags.
Like, yeah, like what are the demographics of that movie? Like,
Like
what are the
art
demographics?
art douche people. I don't know.
Oh man, I wish I could. I wish they track demographics of movies and like the box office shit, and then you could see like who's this
How would
appealing to.
they?
I
How
don't
would
think they
they be able
can.
to estimate that
Couldn't
kind
do
of
that. Couldn't do it. They'd have to put like
political like a voting system?
they'd have to put yeah. You'd have to vote like I'm a male and I'm getting this movie ticket. All right, so leaving that one off there. Um,
Because some of them are like so hard to figure out.
yeah,
Like who,
yeah,
especially like you just mentioned like something like I question like who the fuck is this movie for? Like what fan base or market?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe you know what? Maybe that's like a there's like a that's more for like Spanish markets. if you think about it.
Yeah, that could be the case. Oh,
And
all
then,
right,
then they
all right,
just like,
good.
shoehorn Scarlett Johansson in to have like this American getting in a three-way with two Spanish people.
Okay, I found a new list.
So it's like Telemundo.
Yeah, I found a new list. This is Rankers, where people put up their top of the movies, and at the number 1 here is American Pie. Girl Next Door is number 2. I'm just going through this list to see if there's stuff we've missed. It looks like we're, I feel like we have to put American Wedding on the list because it goes with the.
January Jones is looking really good in that shit.
Yeah, we
Really
got to put that one on there.
Oh wait, what about Mad Men? Oh no, that's TV. But
TV.
that's a dramatic boner.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely has a lot of sex appeal to it, but yeah, I wouldn't say it fits into the category.
Yeah, I mean, I the initial appeal to me from Mad Men was like all these big titted like women in old 50s clothing, like Christine Hendricks and January Jones and Alison Brie. Like the cast of that show is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, all right, so American Pie: The Naked Mile. This was see
That's
that
some like straight video shit.
yeah, it was just the only person that was in it from the original movies was Eugene Levy. That doesn't even that doesn't even add up with.
Man.
That's really weird. Like that. What is the plot of that one? How does that add up? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
But like, why did he subject himself to doing more of that?
I think there's kind of a period where he wasn't getting a whole lot.
Well, good for Schitt's Creek then.
Oh yeah. That was pretty funny. I mean,
that.
not my like favorite thing I've watched, but it was pretty funny. His son is.
I'm like glad that he had something else going on.
His son is very funny in that show. He's like kind of the standout. The son.
I think he like wrote and directed it.
Yeah, I think it's his. I think the whole thing is like him, and like
cool. Yeah.
he's got the nepotism to get it made, kind of thing.
Well,
sometimes there's some
been around for a long ass time, man. He's like one of the better Christopher Guest people.
There's some good stuff that has come out of it.
Well, I mean, you want to talk sports? I mean, we wouldn't have King.
Yeah, look Jr. at that. Yeah, that's true. Well, wait, wasn't he like a all-star though before he got drafted, or did he make his name in the league? Like I don't know.
About his son.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Kenny Griffey Jr.
Oh, you mean like if regardless of his name, would he have been the same person?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was he like a highly touted draft pick?
It's pretty hard to separate.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, or did he just get like on the team because of the name, and then he turned out to be really good, developed in the league? I don't know. I don't know his story.
That's what I'm saying. It's like hard to go back and like separate one from the other.
Yeah.
You can't like change his name and career arc. He literally played with his dad, like on the same team. They hit back-to-back home runs. First father and son to ever do that.
Oh yeah,
because like Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was mentored by Willie Mays.
Oh wow, really?
Right.
Jesus.
So do you think that he would have been coached as a kid by Willie Mays if his father was not in the league?
Right. Yeah. Oh, who? Barry Bonds?
Yeah, and
wait, Barry Bonds had a. Barry Bonds had
like one of the best Pirates of all time, and then he went to be drafted and play for the Pirates.
Wait.
It's like all connected.
Bonds had a father that played?
Yeah, and he was really good. He had
what was his name?
I think it was Bobby.
Oh yeah, it's Bobby Bonds. Yep, he was it looks like he was an Indian. Right fielder. Primarily with the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, and then where did he play for when he like broke the record?
Wasn't Barry Bonds White Sox? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the Big Hurt.
No, you're thinking of Frank Thomas.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Frank Thomas.
Has nothing to do with the Bondses.
Our Bachelor Party, 1984. Tom Hanks.
That's a boner.
Yeah.
You've never seen that shit?
I've never seen that one.
That's actually that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I'm 1984.
Okay, so that's like post 1982, which was a
Yeah.
big year. Yeah, it's definitely a boner comedy, but it's not that funny. It tries very hard to be funny, and it sucks.
Well, that's I don't know. That's Tom Hanks is really like everyone at one
Yeah,
point loved him. Now I feel like everyone hates him because they think he's like some
yeah. They're sick of
sex
him.
pedophile freak or something. I mean, I don't know
Oh,
if
I
it's
didn't
true or
know.
not. Oh, that's what people
I didn't
think.
know he got canceled.
He got like canceled by conservatives because they think he's like a pedo. He's like canceled on
Oh.
that side. The to-do list keeps popping up here. I don't really get this. This might be more click comedy. All right, we have
Yeah, I
not
mean,
a teen
it
movie on there,
definitely
right?
mixes in a ton. You
We
know.
have not another teen movie on there. No, we
Yeah,
talked
we do,
about it.
but
I don't
I
think I don't think it's on here.
that's why I'm saying we gotta like separate this massive list into smaller ones.
Yeah, yeah. That was kind of yep. We got to do that. Um,
We
American
don't have
Pie.
that.
Yeah, we did. We did. It's just in the middle. Private school. Chasing Amy pops up here a couple times. I don't get this. Hard
Yeah,
Bodies
I
pops up
mean,
again.
maybe because the dialogue. I don't know.
Deuce Bigelow. I think that has to go on the list.
Oh yeah, and what about like Joe Dirt, and then you
No,
go
not Joe
even
Dirt. No,
Bucky Larson. But those are like gross
no.
out movies mixed with sex.
Yeah, I get Deuce Bigelow because that makes more sense
Oh, yeah, yeah,
because it is
yeah.
definitely a sex comedy. Those other ones, not so much.
Okay.
Rocky Horror. All right, let me see. Rocky Horror. Couples Retreat. Couples Retreat. Oh no. Exit to Eden. I remember this as a kid. Hold on. I remember like watching this movie late at night just to see if like there would be tits in it.
Wait, isn't that a I thought that was like a Seinfeld made up movie.
No, that's what's the made up
Rochelle,
movie?
Rochelle, or something.
Rochelle. Yeah. That's it. And it's supposed to be something though.
Yeah, it's like a lesbian adventure across the country.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. But it's I think it's supposed to kind of be based off of. Well, yeah, it's what do they always say? It's
A
about a
gay
young girl's
awakening.
strange erotic journey from Milan to Minsk, right?
Yeah, it's a gay awakening. Like, what's that blue? What's that fucking blue movie?
Blue Valentine.
No, no, that's the straight version with like a marriage family. I'm talking about the one with the two lesbians, like
Oh,
a
I
French
don't
one with
know.
there.
Oh,
That's
the
like
the Dreamers or something. Is it the Dreamers? Is it called the Dreamers?
no, that's like Ava Green's debut in some
Oh
weird
yeah.
French '60s movie.
All right. What about this? Exit Eden,
Oh,
1994.
blue is the something color.
What do you
That's what
think?
it is.
What do you think about this one? Exit Eden, 1994. Um, Elliot heads for a sexual fantasy island, Eden. He takes some photos of diamond smugglers. Oh god. Then undercover cops want the photos and follow him to Eden. So it's about him going to this sexual fantasy island. But the cops are Rosie O'Donnell and Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, let's definitely talk
I
about that. That's
I remember
fucking
watching
weird.
it like a lot too. I remember like, oh, there's gonna be tits in this movie. There's gonna be this.
Did you put it down?
In the all
What
right,
is
so
that?
I can specifically remember the beginning of this movie. The main character Elliot is getting spanked by his nanny, but but he's purposely doing it. He like wants because he's into like that shit, so he wants her to spank him. So he's like getting spanked, and you could tell he's like getting turned on as like a little kid. It's really weird, really weird start to the movie. But like, it's like a hot. He's got like kind of like a hot Spanish maid, like big tits. So I guess that's his thing.
What is this movie?
Called Exit to Eden.
Hang on, check that out.
I just put it in. Not a good movie, but no, by no means anything to go out of your way and watch.
Hmm.
Especially if you don't like
Uh,
Rosie O'Donnell, because
No, I don't like.
she's in it. And I think she's in like a BDSM outfit at one part.
Oh, Dana Delaney, I know from Tombstone. I
Yep.
love that. That's one of my favorite westerns.
That's a great one, yeah. Oh, I gotta put Revenge of the Nerds 2 in.
I've never seen this shit. Not even on TV.
Really? Oh, I have a
Yeah, there
videotape of it.
is a lot of weird, like leather shit all over the cover.
Yeah. That's
of
kind of
the
why when I
movie.
saw it, I was like, oh, this kind of does work because it is like a sex movie. All right, I put the second Revenge of the Nerds in. The third one can stay off, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, this.
This one's from the 90s, the Bikini Car Wash Company. What the fuck is this?
What about that cheerleading movie with
This is just a porno.
fucking, what's her
Bring It
name?
On?
Yeah, Bring It On. Is that comedy? Oh no, that's probably more like.
That's ClickCom. But also more just, I don't know.
What about like sport movies? Like Varsity Blues.
It's
or,
like that's kind of like soft comedy teen movie. That's like not another teen
Varsity
movie makes fun
Blues?
of it, right? Like what did they make
Yeah,
fun of it? Not yeah, they
Varsity
make fun of
Blues.
that. Oh, what about Risky Business or not Risky Business?
No, we had that already. I think.
Oh
That
no
should be
no
on the pro.
no no the one that not another teen movie makes fun of. It's with Sarah Michelle Gellar is trying to fuck her brother or something. What is that? Cruel
Cool
Intentions?
Intentions. Do you
Does
think it's a
that
bar
count?
comedy?
No, that's not. No.
It's just cerebral.
Yeah, that can't be on here.
It should be mentioned though.
Now this one can come on here. The Bikini Car Wash Company. About a group of young women decide to help out the local car wash by doing topless
Boring Girl Scout cookies. Oh,
bikini car washes. Sounds like it fits. From 1992 too, so we don't have a whole lot from the 90s, so that's why I'm putting it in.
yeah, I know. It's weird how hard it falls off. Actually,
Yeah, I think it kind of. There's some
or maybe they're
stoppages.
just like so unknown.
Well, and I think it's also like everyone's over it from the 80s. Like there was so like if you can see, there's so many of these fucking movies from the 80s, and they were all like mostly like low budget and bad that they didn't really get a good rap. So that's why it really didn't come back until I think it really came back American Pie. Spun is on this list. Oh god, you can't put that in there. Okay. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Is that about dudes trying to fuck girls but they pretend to be gay?
Yeah,
So I
Adam
feel like
Sandler's trying to fuck Jessica Biel.
okay, so that's got to go on the list because there's a theme that we're
Yep,
following,
fake gay.
and it's post 2007. Okay,
Yeah, it's going on the fake gay list.
yeah, the fake, yeah, there you go, the fake gay. Pink Flamingos. What do you think? It's certainly a
Mm,
it's a
well,
sex pervert movie.
That's like one of the first gross out comedies ever made.
Certainly for sex perverts, right? Or no?
I think it's worth mentioning.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I don't think we have a whole lot from the 70s except for like late 70s, so I can kind of go in there.
No, there's more. We just haven't gotten into them. We just don't know about them.
I mean, I'm telling you from the trend I see, it looks like Animal House was the dawn of these movies, and then there was like 100 fucking crappy ones that came out that were lower budget and not that funny.
Yeah, it's like same with American Pie.
Bikini Summer 2. So that means there must be Bikini Summer 1. Bikini Summer 2. A sexy pair of rich daddy's girls learn about life quickly when dad loses all his money. They start their own band under the direction of a homeless man and raise money in a rocking bikini-clad beach contest. Who sold that movie to the who sold that to the like a producer there and thought like this was good? Is there a Bikini Summer 1? Okay, there is. A group of friends are hired to redecorate a beach house while their elderly owners are out of town. You know, actually, speaking of this, what about Weekend at Bernie's?
We talked about that.
Does that go in? Because, I mean, if we do this with Dave...
We didn't list it, but we definitely talked about it
so
yesterday.
If we do this with Dave, he's going to bring up Bonerman's. And Weekend at Bonerman's, I feel like, has a inspiration with Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, but there's like aliens or something.
Yeah. Do you think Weekend at Bernie's counts?
Yeah. I think so.
But it's not really sex-based.
Crocodile Dundee counts?
No.
No, it's kind of bonerish.
Is it?
Kind of fuck that American woman the whole time.
Yeah. Winter Break, Anna Faris. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
That sounds more like a clitcom.
Oh, also, let's put that... Remember that Kevin Kline? We were talking about him. He was in that movie with the plane. And the drug dealer guy. Is his name Kevin Kline, or is it... What's the American Pie?
No. You're talking about the guy from American Pie.
Yeah, something Kline. Yeah, what's his name? Chris Kline?
Chris Kline?
Chris Kline?
He's in that movie with Heather Graham and Orlando Jones, the Pepsi guy.
Yeah, what is the name of that?
I don't know, but I know that's the movie that we're thinking of.
Yeah, that's it.
Hold on.
Let's see. Is it The Long Weekend? That doesn't sound right. No. What is that movie? Did that get erased from history?
Hold on.
Say It Isn't So. 2001. Yeah, that one's kind of a boner comedy, and also like they find out their brother and sister or something, right?
I'd say it's one of the better like peak gross out boner hybrids ever made.
Oh, I remember it was a bad movie though. I remember that.
It's a good movie.
You liked it?
It's a good movie.
I did not like it.
Well, I just like Heather Graham a lot. And also her mom was hot. Do you remember who played her mom?
No, but I feel like I remember that too.
Sally Field.
Oh, well, Sally Field's not hot.
She was in like Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, she kind of. Oh no. She kind of just looks like blonde and has her tits out in this. Oh no, I remember that. She's trying to be like kind of like a.
What's that movie with Burt Reynolds that she's in?
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, not Starsky and Hutch.
Finally got a random battleground to drop here. Force on Gulch.
Yeah, this movie feels like a Fairly Brothers ripoff.
Yeah, it does.
Oh wait, you know what? We should put them as just like an entire section to themselves.
Well, they're their own thing. They don't really do the sex stuff that much.
What do they do? What are you talking about?
How do they do sex stuff? Something
I
about
feel like
Mary?
they're
Does something
like-
about Mary count?
They're like the most successful boner directors.
Well,
of
what
all
about something
time.
about Mary? That should be on the list. That's 1998.
Older stuff. Like I feel like they're the most successful boner directors ever.
But what else besides Something About Mary is very sex focused? Which Shallow
Dumb and
Hal?
Dumber.
How's Dumb and Dumber sex focused?
He's trying to fuck Mary Swanson.
Yeah, but no, he's trying to like. Nah, I don't know. That's a
The whole
road
reason
trip
that they
movie.
go out there is because he's trying to have sex with her.
It's a road trip movie. I don't even consider it like. No, I get the motivation, but
And then there's that whole like uh oiling sequence at the end with the bus. That's a boner comedy.
what about Kingpin then?
Yeah, I mean it's like the
I don't know if this can.
hot manipulative
So out of all these, I
girl from,
understand
Weird
Something About
Science.
Mary getting
Oh
thrown
no,
in.
wait, Weird Science. Do we have Weird Science on there?
No, we do not. How did we not get that one?
And we can't do TV shows.
How
but
was that not
TV
on?
show was fun.
How was that not on any of our lists? Yeah, I don't want to put
Well,
that
we
down.
talked about it yesterday. We just didn't write it down.
Yeah, but you know, I went through all these lists.
That's proto, right? That's got to
Yeah.
No, that's not proto. That's like peak. No, actually, that's past the peak.
It's pre. It's pre.
No, I thought it was before the 1982 stuff. That's kind of late compared to Fast Times and stuff.
Well, peak is like 1999 to 2006. Early 90s kind of boner comedy. This is pre.
I'll make a note.
Sausage Party. Okay, no, can't put that one.
No animated shit.
Now, there's nothing that's animated. Well, all right. Sex comedies. What about like Fritz the Cat? That's a pretty like perverted movie. I think back then people would say it was like a boner movie.
Which one?
Fritz the Cat.
No, but it's animated.
Yeah, but it kind of fits in
what
that.
about Monkey Bone? People said Monkey Bone.
Is it?
I feel like we should bring it up at least.
Is it, or is it just because she's hot in the movie?
Oh, the
What's her name? Oh, I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of Bedazzled.
McGowan, the
I'm thinking
Catwoman.
I'm thinking of Bedazzled.
No, that's a different movie.
Yeah, no, Monkey Bone shouldn't be on here. This doesn't even really have any sexual stuff to it, really.
what are you talking about?
What's
Monkey
really
Bone?
Yeah, what's sexual about Monkey Bone?
He's trying to have sex with the Catwoman, Rose McGowan.
That's Henry Selick, by the way. Weird, I didn't know that he made that movie.
Have you seen Monkey Bone?
No, I've never seen Monkey Bone.
Really?
No, I never saw that one.
It made me feel terrible. It's a really
Off-putting movie.
Let me keep looking. Alfie, 1966. Didn't they remake this? I feel like I don't know. I think that's where we're gonna end it for tonight, though. We'll keep looking though. But as far as the stream, I think I'm gonna call it. See you guys.
Yeah, I just put my last note in
All right.
for
Awesome.
Monkey Bone.
All right,
You never
later,
saw
bye.
that movie?
No, I never saw that. Maybe put it in. Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we could do the Prime thing on that because I've never seen that shit.